arrows, see if it works.
Oh, wow.
The arrows on the thing, on the keyboard.
How come this is like that though? Oh, I think, because this is sharing from Zoom, I think, isn't it? Okay, it doesn't.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, is this? So how much? No, it won't work like that.
Go on to the presentation. If you make that into a presentation screen, like make it full screen and present it.
Where should I go first? This one. I didn't order this.
I don't know who sent it, but anyway. So, you want to use it today?
I'll ask them as well where they want to take it.
Oh, the mouse here. If we move, doesn't move. It's not moving.
Presenting and screen sharing. This will complete videos.
Okay. Should we go back to Zoom?
Can you extend your screen? You duplicate the screen or extend.
There's usually an option over here somewhere, isn't there?
Or in the settings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. So if you duplicate, it'll be the same screen now.
Oh,
Yeah, that's perfect. Now you're literally doing what's on the monitor, on the projector.
That's fine, but then if we share screen over here,
Yeah.
should do application window?
Yeah,
This one.
entire screen, just share that, so it will keep
How does it come up on there now?
just as it is on the screen.
And it just stops.
We
How's it
minimize
looking on
this.
The same thing.
Exactly as you see it.
Yeah.
So if I minimize this now,
Yeah. Close all the little windows. Only thing is, how do you make this bigger? Yeah, we'll do that when you do it. When you start the slideshow.
okay. And then
From the beginning. That's it.
is that okay on that?
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
so,
Won't you start?
yeah.
Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nasalli ala rasulih al-kareem. Respected brothers, elders, friends, as always, we begin in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We praise Him and we glorify Him. Only Allah deserves all praise. And we thereafter send infinite salutations upon Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, being the best of creation, Habib of Allah, Rasul of Allah, Khalil of Allah, Nabi of Allah, and most importantly, the last and final messenger of Allah, no messenger to come after him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, welcome to today's Hajj step-by-step guide. I know it's early and some guys are bummed out. Yeah, you'll have to adjust. Yeah. And by the way, the last time I did a bayan in the morning was last year. I don't speak in the. Who speaks in the morning, man? Yeah, after guys are buzzed out. So everyone stay alert. Yeah, I need you guys to be alert. The moment I see you guys dozing off, I'm gonna ask you a question. That's not because you're in trouble, just to make sure that the environment is live, so everyone stays awake. Like I mentioned previously, I believe this is in two parts. This is Maulana Muhammad Shoaib. I don't know if you guys know him. He's a legend of London. Yeah, been Imam for over 30 years. So this is his PowerPoint presentation, and in fact, he's doing this next week himself. I would highly recommend you go to that as well. I will be going. Every Hajj I've done, I've always been to it. As a guide, I go. Because you refreshes, and I get to ask questions, hard questions. So he did say to me, I can, like I said, I could change the slides and do whatever I want. But I thought, out of respect, we keep it the way it is. And I think this PowerPoint, I've seen many PowerPoint presentations, but I find this really helpful and very useful. So we'll delve straight in. And like I said, there'll be two parts. Part one is Umrah, and part two is the entire Hajj procedure. Yeah. And like I said, I don't know how we're going to do it, but if there are any questions online, if they can send the questions somehow to Mahmoud somehow, and we can answer them, and we have the Q&A in between. And for the brothers who are in front of me, and first of all, Jazakallah for coming. There's quite a few. I was expecting only 2-3 people to come. Yeah. So mashallah, you brothers have come, and people are apologizing to me, by the way. Oh, we can't. Why are you apologizing to me for? Apologize to yourself. Yeah. This is not for me. I've done my Hajj already. This is my Nafil Hajj. Yeah. This is for you. This is your Hajj, not my Hajj. So if you don't come, you don't need to apologize to me. Rizwan, I'm going to be late, and this, bro, is cool, man. You should come at 12 o'clock if you want. Wallah, I don't get upset. And even the Tuesday program, people apologizing to me. I said, why do you keep apologizing for? Apologize to yourself. Yeah, you're supposed to be attending these programs for your Hajj, not for me. Anywho, so like I said to the brothers previous, what we will do, when I ask if there's any questions, you can ask. Yeah, because then we can keep the momentum going. So we start straight away. Okay. So this course will cover Masail, the way to perform Hajj, and Fada'il. 3 things. Masail meaning rulings, and that's for Umrah and Hajj. Number 2, the way to perform Hajj. And we're not going into, not mainly, there will be a few logistics here and there, but generally the rulings of Hajj. You should know this inside out. Don't rely on your guide. I think this you need to get out of your mind. There are literally a few brothers, they're really close with me, and stuff, not unfortunately, hopefully they're watching this, but they're with me. So they're saying, oh, we're going to hold you. We're gonna be behind you. I said, brother, what, you're going to be with me 24 hours? No, real talk, you can't do that. You need to know about your own Hajj. And basic, we're not telling you to become a mufti. This is my famous line, common line I always say. I am not telling you to become a mufti. I'm saying, no, this just the basics of Hajj. Basic. What are the 3 types of Hajj? What are you going to do? Where are you going on the first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth? That's it. We're not asking you for a 365-day plan. It's 5 days. Come on, man. You should know by today, you should know the 5 days. All 5 days, what are you doing? Simple. And it's very simple anyway. We'll go through in the Hajj thing. This is the whole point of this program. You should know your Hajj. You've spent so much money, thousands of pounds. And people don't attend the program. People don't watch on Tuesdays. People don't attend on Thursdays. Not everyone, I mean. This Hajj is for you. It's your Hajj. This is not my Hajj. Yes, and you can't rely on the guides. Let's make this clear to the brothers here, because you guys are in front of us. People get very emotional in Hajj. Yeah, men get emotional. MashaAllah. Yeah, the guy didn't do this and the guy didn't do that. Bro, the guy, are you going to take the guy in front of Allah? You are responsible for your own Hajj. Yes, go on Google and type in guide. What does guide mean? Guide will guide. That's what he can't hold your hand. One of our guys in Fly Express, I don't know who's in Habib's group, but he's a very jolly person. This is his famous line. We're not going to hold your hand. People actually think we're going to hold your hand. Say, no, come on, let's go to the park and we're going to play Ring of Roses. It doesn't work like that. You have to do your own Hajj. We will guide as guides, and we will guide. This is what we're doing. Every week I've been on the webinar. This is what guidance means. That's what guide is. We will not take you and hold your hand. Come on, guys, and we can't do that. It's not possible anyway. So you have to learn your own Hajj. And I know brothers who's sitting here as well, mashallah, every night they read. Every night. It's good. Learn about Hajj. And like I said, even if you've done Umrah, go over it again. If you know about Hajj, go over it again. So those brothers attending this one, try to attend next one as well, next Sunday in Masjid Umar. Same thing, same time. So anyway, by the way, I haven't prepared any of this yet. I was hoping whatever happens from last year happens. It's more from the heart then. And the way to perform Hajj and Fada'i. Fada'i means virtues. Yeah, if there's any virtues that it comes up. Okay, before undertaking the journey, number 1, intention. This journey might even be on the day or just generally from now. Because from yesterday, some groups, even from Fly Express, are going less than 3 weeks now. To be precise, 2 weeks and 5 days. That's the first group that's going with Fly Express. 2 weeks and 5 days, inshallah. Yeah. So make the intention from now. Number 1 is intention. Intention is very important. You need to get this out of your brains and your minds. That this is not, number 1, a holiday. You're not going for a holiday. You're not going to chill with the boys. Yeah, with the lads. Like we're going, like my family's going as well. So we have like 5 brothers going. My uncle's going in another group. We're going to link up. We're going to chill together, brother. Forget that. Trust me. Forget all of that. Yeah, you can chill out another time maybe. When you go for Umrah another time. This is Hajj. Be serious. Number 2, your intention should be right. You're doing it for the sake of Allah. You're doing it because it's one of the 5 pillars of Islam. And this is something I always say to my students. When you're walking home today or you're driving, I want you to embed this in your minds. Because even myself, I forget this. And I was telling Muhammad one of the days when we were walking as well, it's one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Sometimes I can't really comprehend this, honestly. This is not just side 2 rakat salah, which don't, I'm not undermining that, but it's the 5 pillars of Islam which holds out Islam. And you only do it once in a lifetime generally. Yeah, 5 pillars of Islam. You have salah, zakah, hajj, fasting, shahada, which is already in our hearts, and one of them is hajj. Think about it. Allah chose one of these to be hajj. So make your intention correct. You're not doing this for name and fame. You're not doing this because you want to come back. And in those days, in the 60s and 70s, in the 80s, people used to come back. They want that name, that title of haji. Everyone gives you a hug and this, and probably not doing that. You're doing this for the sake of Allah. This is all for the sake of Allah. Yes, from beginning to end, all for the sake of Allah. Number 2, tawbah. Repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you repent to Allah, Allah sends down the mercy more. And Allah makes the journey easy. Number 3, fulfill all other rights. Example, debt. If you have any debt, you have to give it back to that person. If you owe someone, you have to give that. There's no forgiveness. You can't go to Allah. And by the way, on the day, we've mentioned this in the 40 hadith, on the day of judgment, everything will be forgiven. If you go for Hajj, yeah, رَجَعَ كَيَوْمِ وَلَدَتْهُ أُمُّهُ. He'll return like the day his mother gave him birth. But there's one thing Allah will not forgive. There's no forgiveness for that. Because Allah doesn't get involved in the first place. That's the way I always say. Allah doesn't get involved. And what is that? حقوق العباد. Rights of human beings, your fellow Muslim brothers and sisters. So you swore at someone, backbite, lying, slander. There's no forgiveness. Well, there is obviously tawbah because you have to ask Allah for forgiveness for that wrongdoing and that sin. But there's no total forgiveness from Allah. Why? Because half of it belongs to the human being. That's why Allah will say, look, off the stage, get off this stage right now. You to deal with it. And Allah will bring on the next Muslim too, or the person who's going to be given doing the accountability. So you two will have to deal with it on the day of judgment. So I know it's very difficult. It's difficult for all of us. For adults, it's very hard. You have to ring that person, ask for forgiveness. Yes? Get all of that done. Perform 2 rakats of Salatul Safar. Now it's referring to on the day. Yeah, that you are in the first rakat, Surah Al-Kafirun, second Surah Al-Fatiha, and then Surah Ikhlas, meaning Kafirun and Qul Huwallahu Ahad. After recite Ayat Al-Kursi, Surah Al-Quraysh, because in Quraysh is referring to what? Shita'i was Sayf, is referring to journeys and whatnot, yeah? Allah will protect you, inshallah. Yes? Inshallah, one will be protected from all difficulties and hardship during the journey. Yes, this is very important. Before you leave your home, 2 rakat salah, because you are about to embark on the greatest journey of your life. Greatest journey of your life. 5th pillar of Islam, and Allah will make it easy, inshallah. Because Allah na kare, we're not saying this is going to happen, but people do get sick. And I see this every year. People get, when I mean sick, I don't just mean a cough, and this is normal anyway. Cough is a normal, by the way, over there. Because we start drinking so much Coca-Cola and all of this stuff and freezing cold drinks. That's what I do. And everyone's got a cough. Everyone's voice is going. Last year, I'm not lying to you, with my group. So I was telling the person next to me, make this announcement. But this was on the 4th day, 5th day. Because I lost my voice. We were screaming and shouting and we're having all that nice ice creams in Mina. You just go outside, open the freezer, mashallah. And there's small ice creams, so you have 2, 3 of them. Yeah? So that's just a sore throat and cough, but people do get really sick. So make dua to Allah. Allah make it easy for you. Allah will make it easy. Allah, don't make me sick over it. Leave your family, it belongs in the trust of Allah. Continue with dua for ease during the journey. Dua of the traveler is accepted. Hajj Mabrur. We've already mentioned this, we're going to keep it brief. And that is, the reward of Hajj Mabrur is paradise itself. Those who watched the Tuesday, we've done this in detail, what it means. Yes? Prophet ﷺ, when it comes to Hajj Mabrur, by the way, what does Mabrur mean? It comes from the word bir. We mentioned this on Tuesday. I think it was this Tuesday that we passed, last Tuesday. Bir means obedience to Allah. So a Hajj which is full of obedience. Yes? Hajj isn't, people get confused. They think Hajj Mabrur is those who done the 5 days. They done Mina properly in Arafah, Muzdalifah, and the Jamarat. That's it. That's Hajj Mabrur. No. You've got it wrong. Hajj Mabrur is free from any wrongdoings, evils. Full obedience when it comes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Sharia. That includes your interaction with people, the person next to you, or the guides, or anybody. You can't be getting angry and screaming and shouting. This happens over there. Everyone's calm right now over there. People start screaming and shouting at the guides, and as if we're speaking to the Hajj ministry directly or something. So this doesn't work. You have to stay calm, not to get angry. And this is part of Hajj Mabrur. Whosoever performs Hajj for the pleasure of Allah and does not engage in immoral conversation or any immoral act, then he will return home as on the day he was born to his mother, meaning clean slate. He has no sins. Imagine that. And that's where we learn from here that when we come back, we change our life. It's a side thing. We change our life completely. Because it's like you're newborn. And in Sharia, in other Sharias, in other religions, it's not like that. But we have something in our religion called fitrah. Yeah, the natural human disposition, which is of clean slate. Yeah, when we're born, there's no sin. In other religions, they believe that for example, Christianity, they believe you have to be baptized, right? Because the child actually isn't really pure. He's gonna as well. I mean, I don't understand the theory, but yeah, you have to basically put in holy water. Yeah, but we're not like the religion of Islam and the narrative of Islam is not like that. We're pure when we're born. So we will return like that. Just imagine this. No sins. So we have to keep that up, inshallah. The very first thing, niyyah, correct your intentions, and only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And to fulfill the obligations. Number one, niyyah, we've already mentioned that. Number two, correct your intentions. Obviously, intention is there because we make intention for everything, for salah, for zakah, everything. But we have to make intention for the correct intention. And the correct intention is that you are doing it for the sake of Allah. You're not doing it for anyone else. You're not doing it because my wife said I have to do it. Or we're doing it because if I don't do it, the community will look down upon me or my family will look down upon me. Look, you're not going, bro. You have money, you have a nice car, you're not going. These are wrong intentions. Yes? Or my family's going, my sister's going, I thought I just tag along. I might as well get my Hajj done as well. These are not correct intentions. You're doing Hajj only for the sake of Allah. Only for the sake of Allah. Yes? Number three, yeah, I've already mentioned that. Only for Allah to fulfill the obligation. Obviously, fulfill the obligation of Hajj. 3 types of Hajj. Number 1, Ifrad. Number 2, Tamattu' and Qiran. Yes? Learn these words. By today, you should know all 3 types. Ifrad, Tamattu' and Qiran. Yes? Leave all this whatever's mentioned here. I'm going to explain to you in the best way I can. Number 1, Ifrad is when a person wears the ihram, goes into the state of ihram, but he's making that intention of ihram only for Hajj. So you know when you go for Umrah, other than these 5 days of generally during the year, for example, July, August, September, when you wear your ihram, what intention do you have? For Umrah, yeah. So that ihram is only for one ibadah, which is Umrah. Over here, Ifrad, he's wearing the ihram, he's going into the state of ihram only to perform Hajj. Did everyone understand that? Are you sure? Yeah, that's Ifrad. Very simple. Ifrad. One thing about Ifrad, we'll do this later on anyway, but just to clarify from now, in Ifrad, the type of in this type of Hajj, there's no qurbani. There is no qurbani. So you don't have to pay that 800 riyals or whatever it is. Don't do this, obviously. Do tamattu and qiran, but this is generally. Someone asked a very good question. A lot of students asked, but recently someone asked, "Why are there 3 types of Hajj for? Why can't this be one?" This is the rahmah of the Prophet ﷺ, and obviously from Allah subhanahu wa taala to make it easy for us. So old man, even last year in my Hajj group, we had a few people doing Hajj Ifrad. So this will be good for someone who's old or weak, and yeah, or even for certain women, this will be good for them. This is the reason why there's 3: Ifrad, Tamattu, and Qiran. So everyone got Ifrad, are you sure? Everything else I'm going to go really fast, but everyone understand what Ifrad is. You're going to put your ihram on, whether from Heathrow or your home, or even when you get to Jeddah or from Medina, and you will put this ihram on and you will make, obviously going to the state of ihram, talbiyah, whatnot. We're going to explain how you go in the state of ihram. And you are wearing the ihram only for Hajj. That ihram is only for Hajj. There's no Umrah involved. Maybe after, that's different. But that Umrah, that ihram you're wearing at that particular time is only for what? Hajj. Meaning you will not perform Umrah. You will wait. You can go to the Haram, by the way. People think they can't even go to the Haram. No, you will go to Haram, you will pray your Salah, but you won't do Umrah. Yes? Number 2, Tamattu. Tamattu is quite common. Yeah? And Tamattu basically is that in the months of Hajj, obviously you can't start Tamattu before the months of Hajj. And the months of Hajj has begun, by the way. Yeah, which is from Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah and Dhul Hijjah. 3 months. How many months of Hajj? The months of Hajj. Allah mentioned in the Quran with regards to the months of Hajj. One is Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah and Dhul Hijjah. There's 3 months of Hajj. So meaning before, for example, you can't do tamattu from Ramadan. So someone goes for Ramadan in the masjid. For example, if you were allowed to do this, if we were allowed to do this, we go for Ramadan and we start tamattu then. No, you can't do that. Yeah, because tamattu begins when? In Shawwal. Before that, you can't tamattu, qiran or anything. So it begins in Shawwal. You'll have to make intention of tamattu, qiran or ifrad from Shawwal onwards. Yeah. Tamattu now, guys, is when you wear the ihram. It's all to do with the ihram, by the way. Yeah. When you wear the ihram, you go into the state of ihram, but you make 2 separate intentions. There will be 2 ihrams. Well, both of the times anyway. Yeah. So 2 ihrams, 2 intentions. Like I said, it's all to do with the ihram. You will wear the ihram for tamattu, and that first ihram you are wearing, you are making intention for what? Umrah. Then you perform the Umrah, you do tawaf and sa'i and everything, and you halaq, shave the hair, trim the hair, and you come out of the state of ihram. You wear your normal clothes, you go about your normal days until the days of Hajj come, which is the 8th of the Hijjah. Then you wear a second ihram, meaning not the same one, it's not necessarily a new one. I mean, second ihram, meaning wear the ihram again, and then you go into the state of ihram again for the second time, and that second one is for what? Hajj. Did I explain that? Okay. Are you sure? Yeah? So the first one, let's do it one more time because this is very important. Ifrad is what? Hajj only. So ihram that you wore, labbaik Allahumma labbaik, Allahumma inni uridu al-hajja, fayassirhu li wa taqabbalhu minni. The dua that you read for Hajj and Umrah, that ihram that you are wearing and the ihram, the state of ihram that you are going in, that is only for, guys, you have to repeat a bit louder, man. I know it's a bit early, but like, this is what I usually do my bayan. That ihram is only for what? Only for Hajj. There's no Umrah involved in Ifrad. And like I said, no Qurbani. There's no Qurbani in, but you're not obliged. You still can do it, but he's not obliged. Number 2, Tamattu'. Tamattu' is when you wear the ihram, or you be, no, sorry, starting. Tamattu' is when you have 2 ihrams. You will go in the state of ihram 2 times. And you will wear it 2 times. In between, you will be free, basically. Number 1, the first ihram is when you wear the ihram for Umrah. So you won't make intention, this is for Umrah and Hajj. No. That ihram that you are wearing the ihram only for Umrah. Only for Umrah. You will go to the Haram, you will do your Umrah like all other months, Tawaf, Sa'i, etc. Don't put on the floor. Yeah. So you go for your Umrah, Tawaf, Sa'i, shave the head, you come out of the state of Ihram, then you wait for the days of Hajj. When I went for my first Hajj in 2017, I think, we went 10 days before Hajj, which makes sense. So it's better to do this, it's better to do Tamattu. Otherwise, you'll be in Ihram for a long time, which is number 3. Yeah. But some of us, we're going the day before. I would advise do Qiran. Yeah. Because otherwise, you'll be out of the state of Ihram for 5 hours. What's the point? What's the point being out of the state for 5 hours and then going back at the state of Ihram? But it's your choice, self preference. Someone did message me, a few people messaged me. What are we going to be doing, Harihan? There's no we over here. Leave me alone. There's no we over here. What is the we? Man, you're doing your own Hajj. Yeah, self-preference, because it's nothing to do with logistics. It's your preference. It's your Hajj. Yeah. Now, if we just put this next to you. So that's tamattu. In Qiran, did everyone get that tamattu? Are you sure? I'll explain again. I don't mind. Yeah. Number 3 is Qiran. Qiran, there's 1 ihram, and for the ihram you will do Umrah and you will do Hajj. Qiran, you will do Umrah and Hajj, but in between you're not halal. That's why the Prophet ﷺ said this is the most rewarding. According to one narration, this is the most rewarding. It's Qiran. Now, like I said, for us, it's easy. In my mind, for years, since I was studying, in the 2000s, I was hoping that I'd do Qiran. But I thought, how am I going to get a chance to do Qiran? Because in those days, pre-COVID, it was a long wait until Hajj begins. 10 days, maybe 15 days. So you'll have to be in Ihram. You go do your Umrah. Once you finish your Umrah, you don't come out of the state of Ihram. You're still wearing the Ihram for 15 days, 10 days. And that's difficult. I can't do that. Yeah, that's too much. But last year, we were blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That we got to Makkah the day before the 8th, meaning the 7th of the Hijjah. We went to do Umrah. And I mentioned this to the brothers outside, that was the first Umrah I felt really weird. So alhamdulillah, we get to go Umrah quite often. So when we got outside, I was thinking, I'm still in Ihram. Because perhaps that's the reason why it's so rewarding. Because after Umrah, it's like a trophy. The trophy is what? Shaving the head and basically, or trimming the hair. and coming out of the state of ihram. Coming out of the state of ihram, that's the trophy. But you've tried so hard doing tawaf and sa'i, you realize what sa'i is when you get there. It's tough walk. And brother, you're still not halal. You have to wait for Hajj still. Maybe, perhaps, this is what I think anyway. That's why there's more reward. Yeah, it's not just the long wait. I think it's the feeling. Because after Umrah, you're supposed to be halal. You're supposed to come out. Anyway, guys, everyone understand the 3 types? Yeah? Okay. Which Hajj is the most rewarding? According to the Hanafi school of thought, Hajj Qiran is the most virtuous. Then Hajj Tamattu, then Hajj Ifrad. Hajj Tamattu. Over here, what he says, because generally, pre-COVID, Hajj Tamattu was the more common. Over here, he says that it's going to say they're going to focus on Hajj Tamattu. We can do that the same, but I will explain both anyway. So you don't need to worry. I think the reason he says he's going to focus because in this PowerPoint presentation, they're going to explain Umrah first and then Hajj. But it doesn't matter. This doesn't make any difference to those who are going to do Qiran. It doesn't really make a difference. Yeah? So we're going to the most perform Tamattu, hence focus on Tamattu. Anyone performing other type, do ask questions later. But we will be doing both. Okay. Virtue of Ihram. We don't need to go into these too much. Ihram is amazing. Ihram is a state, by the way. When we say Ihram, people think Ihram is only the clothing. I'm going to wear it in a moment just to show some guys. People think Ihram is only the sheets. Those who did follow on Tuesdays, they think Ihram is merely and only the clothing. Is that correct? So what is Ihram then? Is the state. Wudu, you're in the state of wudu. Someone who has to have a farad ghusl, he's in the state of najasa. Either najasa khafifa or najasa ghalida. So he needs to do a certain thing to come out of the state of ihram, a state of that particular state, or go into a particular state. So for example, he went toilet, he is now out of the state of wudu. He needs to do wudu, now he's in the state of wudu, he can pray salah now. So similarly, ihram is a state. You do certain things, you go into the state of ihram. And it's amazing that state can only be done, well, obviously from here, but the action can only perform where? In Makkah. It's amazing. And when we go in the state of wudu, we can perform things here. You don't need to go to another country to do that particular action. But it's so amazing, this ihram and this particular state, you can start the state here and go into the state from Heathrow or from here, from even your home, but you can't execute the actions until you get to haram. It's amazing. So many things mentioned with ihram. We don't want to go into that too much. What is ihram? I've already explained it, so we don't waste time. People usually think 2 pieces of cloth, but in reality, it is the conditioned state the person comes into after intention and talbiyah. So there's 2 things. Let's quickly just do it right now, so when the time does come, we can just move on. How do you go into the state of ihram? Yes? How do you go into the state of ihram? Number 1, you have to wear it first. So wear it, and then you will make intention. Either in Arabic, or you don't need to worry. What's the Arabic, phrase? You don't need to worry about Arabic. If you know it, alhamdulillah. If you don't, say in English. Yeah. Or you never need to say on your tongue. It's in your heart anyway. Yeah. So, but if you do know, the Arabic will be Allahumma inni uridu al-umrata fayassirha li wa taqabbalha minni. Oh Allah, I am intending to do Umrah. Make it easy for me and accept for me. Yes. Or Allahumma inni uridu al-hajja fayassirhu li wa taqabbalhu minni. That would be if you're doing tamattu and you go into the state of Hajj. But when you're doing Qiran, and I assume a lot of people will be doing Qiran this year as well, we will make Allahumma inni uridu umrata wal hajja fayassirhuma wa taqabbalhuma minni. So, Ya Allah, I'm making niyyah for Umrah and Hajj. Everyone get that? Qiran is I am making intention of I'm going in the state of Ihram, the niyyah of Ihram for Umrah and Hajj. Allah accept both from me. Allah make both of them easy for me, accept for me. So it's not to do with the ihram only, because you can wear the ihram at home. Just walk around with the ihram. It's practice, right? You're not in the state of ihram. Hence, if someone wants to change the clothes of ihram after wearing them, it is permissible, like the brother asked. Yes? So if someone does want to change the ihram, the clothing is allowed. Especially, if you feel uncomfortable, you want to change it, you can change it. But I always advise, try not to change it, unless you're really uncomfortable. If there's a bit of smell, is fine. Yeah, a bit of smell is fine. And Allah likes that. Allah likes a bit of, when your hairs, don't, and by the way, you shouldn't comb your hair anyway. You should be careful, by the way. It's not haram, makruh, because if hairs come out, then sadaqah might be wajib, or dam might be wajib, depending on how much hair comes out. Leave your hair, trust me, you'll thank me. My beard is usually like, what's the word? Very flexible. Yeah? In Hajj, you went like cement. I made one of the guys like hold my beard, like, feel this, bruv. Like, bruv, that's like you can put that between bricks and that. It was so honestly. And me and Asif is one of I hope he's watching right now. When we first done Hajj 3 years ago together with Fly Express, it's that shower that we have. You know, the shower on the third day. I always say that's the best shower we have in your life. That's if you haven't had a proper shower for the past 2 days. Yeah. What if some people go for myself? I'm gonna try my best not to do this. But I don't know. I don't think it'll work for me. But every time I go for wudu, I just have a shower. But we should try to avoid that. Yeah. Try to avoid that. Not a shower. I don't use soap or anything just to cool myself down because it's so hot there. And you'll dry in 1 minute. You don't even need a towel. You just walk from the showers to your tent, you'll be dry. More or less. So try not to change it. It's not for, especially those who are going for their first Hajj. I know second Hajj, third Hajj is different. So don't look at me what I'm doing. This is your first Hajj. Make it special. Your ihram is supposed to be dirty. Dirty in terms of a bit of darkness, a bit of dust. It makes a bit black. It's fine. Even your beard, your feet, it's fine. As long as it's not najazat ghalida, to be precise. Or even khafifa, like blood and pus, semen, vomit, stool, urine. Obviously, that you have to wash, either wash or change your ihram. Yes, that's different. Obviously, you can't pray a salah in that. I'm speaking just general, a bit of dust, a bit of, the brother mentioned a bit of curry went on your, for example, on your ihram. It's fine, man. Keep it, just wash it. It looks good, man. It looks good in ihram, honestly. You don't worry about what people think. Yeah. Any questions on ihram? More things should be coming anyway. When should one come in the state of ihram? If he's going to Medina first, which most of us will be, then he does not need to come into the state of ihram, which is quite an advantage. Yeah, we're so tired after that journey. We go to Medina, we just relax. There's no ihram. Yes, when you leaves Medina for Makkah, then he will come in the state of ihram from the Masjid Miqat Bi'r Ali. This is also not true, untrue, but this is when we will go by a coach from Medina to Makkah. But we are not going on a coach, we're going on the train. So we will have to wear ihram where? Either Masjid Nabawi, if you have time. Don't be stubborn. You're late as it is. The guides told you because there's a lot of nakhri, some ziddi people. You know what ziddi means? How do you say ziddi in English? It's very stubborn. Very stubborn individuals, honestly, mashallah, Allahumma barik. Very stubborn. Honestly, I don't know what it is with Hajj. It's like people have changed. They become so stubborn, like ziddi. You have to say ziddi because the stubborn doesn't do justice to the word. Like they're so ziddi. We told them, look, you can go to Masjid Nabawi. Put your ihram on there, no issues. Or we go, not put your ihram there, wear your ihram from the hotel, go to Masjid Nabawi and do it. We've got no issue with that. But they decide to go when the coach has arrived from at the hotel. And we have to wait for them. And the whole group is waiting for them. Yeah, there's no barakah in that. People say, is that a sin? Maybe if everyone's being harmed, but maybe everyone has sabr, patience, right? But because it's a possibility that they're causing discomfort to others, making them wait on the coach. They'll be waiting on the coach for an hour because he's going to the haram. Allah knows best. He's going to go there, do his ihram. Allah knows best when he's going to come back. Everyone understand? Don't do this, guys. Just a side point. We will do our ihram in the Masjid Nabawi if you can, or in the hotel. Yes, and then the coach will come. Will take us to the train station. You can do it at the hotel is better anyway because the moment the train moves, I think within 5 minutes, 5 minutes maybe, because coach is like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So train will be quicker. So it's best to do it. I think when the train is, I think that's what we should do the same as basically if you're going from if you're in Heathrow, listen to this part very carefully because this could happen in the future. It's a very good point. Is anyone going Makkah first, by the way? Yeah. Yeah, Makkah first. Yeah, this is a very important point. So what you should do, you shouldn't do. I always believe we shouldn't put the ihram on. I mean, state of ihram at Heathrow. Shouldn't do that. Why? Because the flight might be delayed. Like if the flight is delayed, it could be 1 day. Allah knows best. We don't know. You'll be in a state of ihram for another 1 day. There's no going back. You can't come out of the state of ihram. So wait until the flight is in the air. So most probably now you won't come back. Yes. And for those who are on the train, same thing, I believe. Wait for the train to start to, what's the word? Yeah, depart. Because the train might be delayed for 5-6 hours. Now you're in the state of ihram for 5-6 hours. You have to be a bit smart. You don't need a mufti to tell you this. A bit of logic, right? Wait until the train has departed, and after 2 minutes, just give it a minute, because like I said, in Medina, for those who've been, when you go on a coach, I've done it a few times, from Medina to the miqat. Miqat means the boundary. From on a coach, it will only take you 15 minutes max. Even that, I'm being nice, I'm being generous. 15 minutes max, which means that the train will be quicker. And those trains are quick. They're bullet trains. Bullet trains. Japanese or Chinese, whatever, they're really good trains. Last year was my first time on that train. It's quite nice. Yeah, it's nice trains. Really fast. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if you had the miqat within a minute or two. So don't take the risk. The moment, be sensible, be responsible. The moment the train departs and it starts to move, make your niyyah. Make your niyyah in your heart, or say, Allah, I'm going to state of Ihram for Umrah or Hajj or whatever it is, which we explain in a moment. For those who are doing Qiran, I believe, so everyone will be doing Qiran, inshallah. Ya Allah, I am making intention for Umrah and Hajj. Allah accept from me, and Allah make it easy for me. Allah accept from me. And then Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik, which we'll explain in a moment. Everyone get that? Any questions so far? Guys, don't be shy, honestly. Those people who be shy is not going to work. Any questions? Gives me a chance to have a quick sip. Good question. You do that in a hotel. That's what I was mentioning about Masjid Nabawi. That 2 rakats, if you get a chance, go to Masjid Nabawi, because we're in Medina. And if we don't have a chance, if we didn't get a chance, we will pray those 2 rakats in the hotel. There's no like more reward anyway. Yeah, like there's no more reward for that particular 2 salah in a particular place. Yes, you will get the reward for praying in Masjid Nabawi, that's for sure. But there's no more reward for praying those 2 particular salah rakats in Masjid Nabawi. No. You can pray that anyway. That's why people pray in Heathrow. Every year we pray in Heathrow. So there's no particular reward for praying those 2 salah, those 2 raka'ah in a particular place. No, there's no such thing. But obviously, if you pray that salah in Masjid Nabawi, you get more reward. Don't worry about this, it will confuse you. How does one come into the state of Ihram? If you were listening on the Tuesdays, and I believe so you were, you will know exactly how to go in the state of Ihram. Remember, we are discussing Hajj Tamattu. Yeah? Meaning that's what the PowerPoint presentation says, yeah? Number 1, this is from home, by the way. Oh, sorry, not home, even from Medina. Bathe, have a nice bath, shower, whatever, before leaving the hotel or house, for those who are going Makkah first, including clipping nails, removing unwanted hair, especially those who are doing Qiran. Please don't forget. So your mucha, for example, I think everyone should, otherwise you'll have something else there, yeah? Those who want to clean their beards up, the cheeks or whatever, clean your beards, because you're not going to be, but there's no touching beard as well. It's not advised to touch your beard. Those who have a habit of doing this, you shouldn't do that, because hairs will come out, or my hairs will keep coming out. And you'll have to give sadaqah depending on how many strands of hair comes out. If it's a bit too much, it might even be dumb. And we should avoid that anyway, yeah? We should avoid that. So nails, because you won't be cutting your nails for the next maybe 5 days minimum, 5 to 6 days. And your nails should be cut anyway, right? Especially toenails, yeah? Because you'll be wearing slippers. You're going to be scaring someone you're praying next to. Yeah? So don't do that. No, I'm being serious. Clip the nails, cut them down, because like I said, you won't be, not 5 days, but you won't be cutting them for the next 3 or 4 days, right? To bathe, wudu, is not necessary for ihram. Let's get that straight. You don't need to have a bath. It's not farad, but it's good. You can even say sunnah at times, masnoon to have. Some say masnoon, sunnah, or some say mustahab. But it's something like it refreshes you. That's why they say to have a bath, because you're going to wear those 2 sheets of ihram. But to leave it out unnecessary is makruh. After bathing, but before the niyyah, listen very, very carefully. This is where people make mistakes. Very simple. After bathing, but before the niyyah. Before the niyyah, it is mustahab to wear itr on the body, not on the sheets. Let's make that clear. Those sheets to ihram, I'm going to wear them in a moment. On top of the jubba, by the way. You are not allowed at any moment, whether before or after. Even right now, as we speak, you're not allowed to put itr on the ihram. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to do that. But on the body, you're allowed. And I always advise, this is what I advise. I don't like, those strong itters. Yeah, please excuse the expression here, but that granddad itters, yeah? Very strong oud type. I don't really wear these, but in Umrah you should wear that. In Hajj you should wear that. That will last. You need an itter to last for 3 days. You can't be using those cheap 1-2 pound itters that you buy from the Islamic shop down the road. That's not going to work. You need something strong, really strong. And not strong meaning it gives you headache, like oud or I always advise this, and I always take that bottle that I have, whoever's with me, I'll give it to them, and that put it under your armpits, on your chest, on your back, yeah, and but not the ihram. Make sure it's not on the ihram, because once you wear that, because now you're wearing it and it's covered with scent, you'll have to give them because it's touching the body. Yes, not on the. Obviously, this question always asks, what about the smell goes? If it's a slight smell, it's no issue. It's about the transferring of the itter from the body to the ihram, and when maybe color changes, if a bit of smell, there's no issue with that. A bit of smell is no issue. We shouldn't be too strict, yeah. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. But the Prophet ﷺ, I'm sure he knew 100% that it's going to transfer a bit in terms of smell. If it's a bit, it's fine. It's no issue. It's no problem. We shouldn't be too strict. But everyone get that? Don't put no Gucci on Armani. It's not going to work. Yeah, just for those 2 days, believe me, you'll thank me. And by the way, just pour it on your hand. Don't do conjuicy. Don't be stingy. Pour it. Make a little puddle. There should be a puddle in your hand. You have to say the word properly as well. Puddle in your hand, yeah? A little nice rub. First under the armpits. Under the armpits, yeah? And by the way, you know I will answer. You know this it's a common question on the groups, this unscented, unfragrance, whatever the word is, deodorants. It's allowed. There's no issue. However, you should avoid it. Especially those who are going for first Hajj. Don't look at what I'm doing. Oh, let me spy on what Moulana Ibrahim's doing. But don't do that. This is your Hajj. First Hajj, don't use unscented products. Yeah, it defeats the purpose of Hajj, honestly. You're supposed to look messy or get that, what do you call it? So someone bought it for me as well. I didn't even use it. Unscented soap you can get from Superdrug or, Boots, Dove, unscented Dove. I didn't say it's wrong. I didn't say it's haram. I didn't say it's makruh. I didn't even say undesirable. I would say it's better though. Why? Because you feel the Hajj more. The best thing to do is what? Like I said, pour some itter, strong itter, very strong itter, put under your armpits. Believe me, that will last you for 2 days. As long as you use good itter, strong itter. Are you guys with me? Go on, do you want to ask a question?
You have to like change your drum, for example. You previously washed your drum in the washing machine with like washing powder. Is that fine?
Common question. No, you don't need to. You don't need to change. You don't need to.
It's fine to wash it in the washing machine.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no issue at all. Yeah. People ask because it's got a scent, but the purpose of that scent isn't really to fragrance you. It's to scent or put fragrance on your itter. No, that's to wash the purpose of that thing was to wash. Yeah. Any questions? Then wear 2 clothes of ihram. This is the 2 clothes of ihram. It will be wise and desirable to try this on at home a few times so you're comfortable. Because I've seen many people, mashallah, they're really finding it hard, man. Half sticking down, half up. Wallahi, I'm like, it's a good scene though. He looks, guys, like, bro, man, you want help? I've helped so many people, honestly. I feel sorry for the guy. And he's got a belt on as well, but he hasn't tried it on properly. Yeah, you can try it now. Yeah, everyone should have proved this. This is the ihram I've been wearing for years, by the way, yeah? So look, there's many ways you can wear the ihram. Can everyone see me, by the way? If you can't, I'm sorry, yeah. If you can't, I'm sorry. Look, let me just take this jump off. It's getting a bit hot. Look, so what we'll do is start from the bottom. By the way, I don't wear, what's the word? I don't wear no belt. I find it uncomfortable. And believe me, it's not going to come down. It's basic physics. If you roll it around, it's going to roll first before going down. It doesn't just go down. It doesn't work like that. Don't be scared, yeah? The best way to do it is put your legs out, yes? And then you fold it in. Yeah, make sure this thing, what do you call it? So, because if you don't fold the legs, you won't be able to walk properly. Yeah? That's where you start getting these rashes near your legs. It's not going to work. So legs out, yes? There's different ways. This is the way I do it. It's very simple. Look. Just do this, put it around, back in, and then you fold it from the top once. It's a bit I usually do it neatly, yeah? And that's it. That's not going to come down. Believe me. Yeah? It's strong. It's not going to come down. But those who haven't been for Umrah Hajj, they're a bit uncomfortable, wear the belt. Yeah? Wear the belt. And there's different ways you can do it. People have different ways. Some people put it out like this. I don't know how they do it, to be honest. And they fold it like this. I don't know how to do it. And then they fold it here. There's a video of Mufti Mega, apparently he does it really well. You can watch the video. This is how he wears it. Apparently it's really strong. But yeah, however way you want to do it, lungi is the best way. Like this. Just make sure you're comfortable. That's what it is. Don't worry about the toilet because you have to take it off anyway when you go to the toilet. Yes? And the top part is those who haven't purchased the ihram and they're intending to purchase it in Medina, make sure you see the length of the ihram. This is what I always check. Otherwise, you won't cover your top part, yeah? Even the bottom, really. And what you do, you take the small part from the other side, just like this. That's 1 second. That's it, done. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. You're good to go. Yeah? The right shoulder, by the way, which I'm going to explain later on, you don't expose that. Only in tawaf. People do that even in Hajj, they're walking in the. That's not advised anyway, you're just going to have a roasted arm. Seriously. If that's exposed for 3 days, bro, I feel sorry for that arm. You need to put that arm away. You can't wear it, yeah? That which is called iftiba. Iftiba means to expose the right shoulder and the right arm during tawaf only. Not after that. And it's sunnah, by the way. Not that we should miss it out, so you'll do that. We can explain the moment anyway, so I'm not taking. This is how you learn like this. This is only for tawaf. This is not for Hajj, this is not for Mina, this is not for Muzdalifah, this is not for Arafah, this is not for Jamrah, this is not for Wuqib. This is only for tawaf. Get that in your mind. It's very simple. And this is what word is in Arabic? Ittiba. This is what it means. We're going to explain in a moment. Everyone get that? Any questions? Yeah? Okay, let's continue. As you can see, this is the top and bottom. And this, look, there's another issue over here. I explained on the Tuesday, if you guys remember. This is massive topic of Chapal or Champal or slippers or Na'alaik or whatever you want to call it. Look, man, there's a big discussion on these groups here. And you know what? I'm starting to confuse myself. Yeah? Listen, real talk here. Listen, someone did message me, and look, and he provided a lot of evidence and whatnot. I said, look, we already studied this in Darul to do with what is Ka'ab. Because by the way, the whole discussion in where this roots to is the word Ka'ab. Now, what is Ka'ab? Because there's a bone, there's 2 bones in the foot, and they're both called Ka'ab. So what did the Prophet mean? What did he refer to? We don't know. You can't go to the Prophet and ask him. So at that time, the Sahaba understood because the Prophet was wearing a particular chappal or slipper, and they understood this is Ka'ab, but we can't really explain it. So this is why, you know me, I always like making those people who know me, so a lot of brothers who know me here, they know me. I'm not a strict person. I like to make things easy. Some people over here been knowing me for 20 years, they know me. But recent years anyway, those who know me recently. I'm not like that, but the way I see it is you should be on the safe side. That's what I'm saying. That's what I know the thing is you might be able to wear it, to be honest. But these are just guidelines. Like when Abu Bakr put that picture up with the 4 slippers with 3 crosses and 1. It's not like if you were to wear that, oh, your Hajj is finished now and you're going to hellfire just for the slippers. But it's not like that. I think that picture is more to do with being on the safe side. That's what it is. Yeah. Otherwise, there's many slippers. I bought my slippers over here. And Mahmoud last year told me to get these slippers, so someone bought me these again. I purchased them. This is the slippers that I wear.
No, someone informed me recently that Hassan is really.
I know. I was so thin.
Don't go buy them now, but they're very good tea. But
yeah, I was so disappointed, honestly. Yeah. I'm gonna email them and tell them. Yeah, but these are really good. Yeah, these are really good. And even if you can't, what can we do? Sketches as well. You can't. People say you shouldn't wear that as well. Main thing is you should be comfortable. This has got a bit of a cushion because you'll be using them for quite a while. You need some good slippers. Don't the ones over there that you shouldn't wear. That is from 1980s, 1970s. I don't know. Wallah, I'm not disrespecting anymore, but that's back in the days, bro. Yeah, don't buy that because if you can purchase that in Medina Makkah, it's about 5 riyals, 2 riyals. You will have a really hard time walking that. Yeah, you should have something comfortable. You should have something which is really comfortable. Yeah, everyone understand that? Any questions with regards to slippers? Anyone online? Because please, brothers, don't message me with slippers now. I'm fed up with this. Every slipper issue. I don't want no slipper question now. Any questions? It's fine. You can ask now. Honestly, you can ask. Don't be shy. Yeah. The main point I made is this is be on the safe side. I know there's a ruling in this and with regards to sandals, everything. Please, just be on the safe side because there are 2 major opinions. Like you have from Saharanpur, these are serious muftis. We're not talking just any old mufti. We're talking like elite muftis from India, In other countries, they're saying, look, we should avoid that. In fact, they're saying it's not even permissible to wear that. This is what some ulama are saying. So if they're saying that, we should be on the safe side. Yeah?
Sorry.
Go quickly.
Going around the Kaaba itself.
Yeah.
How many good ways to do it?
Very good question that people ask. No, you're not allowed. It's guna. No, what it is, I'm just messing around. No, what it is, look, guys, you know on the thing, the mataf is a sacred place. Mataf is a place where you do tawaf. Mataf means the place where you do tawaf. Obviously, it's a sacred place. So the chapal, if you are going to wear slippers, number one, look, if you got leg problems, first of all, you shouldn't wear it. It's a buzz not wearing it, right? But let's just say someone has issues with the feet. And so, last year, I wore it in Safa Marwa because we were so tired on the third day. You realize on the third day what the third day really is. You realize on the third day. If you are really going to wear chapal, you have to, I would say, and other ulama would say as well, is you should buy a separate pair. You can't be walking around with those disgusting chapal that you just worn and you've been wearing them for free. That's disrespectful. You're right next to the Kaaba, the holiest site in Islam in the entire world. So if you are really adamant on wearing slippers, no problem. It's not haram, no makruh, anything. But buy a new pair, total new pair, not the pair that's been back of your drawer for the past 10 years and you're going to take that out. I'm going to wear this slippers because I want to wear them in mataf. No, buy a new pair because it deserves some respect. Yeah, that goes the same to Safa Marwa.
Is the floor cold?
It'll be cold, yeah. It'll be cold, yeah. It won't be hot, don't worry. In fact, it'll be really cold. Safa Marwa will be really cold. Any questions? Sure? Ihram? Anything? Most things are coming up anyway. Yeah, look, except during tawaf, the top part. It's got a nice thing there. Footwear in Ihram, we've already done that. It's no waste. Oh, for women, women can wear anything. They're sorted, man. Women are sorted. They're chilling. Women are chilling. No, but they actually, maybe it's balanced because look, they do have some hard times. Us guys, it's actually, we shouldn't think like that because women, I think that's why we mentioned Tuesday, the jihad for women is what? Hajj. Why? Because it's the main thing is haze, the monthly period. It's frustrating. And we know we're going to go there, we're going to do everything. There's nothing going to stop us really, except if Allah wishes and Allah wills that we'll get sick or whatnot. But for these guys, for women, it's difficult, man. The whole thing changes, everything changes for them. So for women, there's no restrictions. There's only one restriction though. There's only one restriction. Everything else is same. The footwear, the clothing, everything is fine. Nothing changes. They only go in the state of ihram. It's only the face. So for those women who observe niqab, they cover their face. They're not allowed to put that sheet on the face. You can't like touch the face. So what they advise, like the thing is coming up, the next one, they should wear what? Baseball cap or something. You can buy it as well online. You can buy it, but I think it's a waste of money. It's a good business anyway. But just wear a cap. So my wife, whenever we go for Umrah, we went in December. What she does, just wear a cap, a night cap, and just put it over, so you won't touch the face. Did everyone get that? Huh? Nike? No, not Nike. I mean anything, whatever it is, whatever. I do have a night cap, but I didn't buy it. I think someone gave it to you or something. Wearing a belt is allowed. By the way, these questions, people always ask these questions about belt. It's coming up later on anyway. Belt, what's it called? Sunglasses and watch. Remember, let's make a default rule. Anything which is not clothing, you're allowed to wear. Finish. Is in Hajj, people come, can we wear this? Can we wear this wrist? And can we wear, brother, listen, is it accessory? If it's under the definition of accessory, you're allowed to wear it. If it's under clothing, you're not allowed to wear it because you have underwear, socks, t-shirt, jacket, coat. These are what? Clothing. Topi, clothing. If you have a hat, it's a clothing. But you have a belt, sunglasses, watch, some type of wristband. You will be given wristband anyway, Hajj wristband. What else is accessory that people didn't wear? The side bag, huh? Lanyard. Yeah, that's a good one. Lanyard. You'll be given lanyards as well. Huh? Earrings. That you shouldn't wear anyway. The brother said intention you should make, man. I see boys with earrings and stuff. Come on, man. These mans are moving next level. Yeah. So listen, no earrings. Yeah. No, you shouldn't wear earrings. I think men shouldn't, because I think if they wear that, I believe Allah puts in my mind that might be sinful, because it is sinful, because to wear that is sinful. Now in Hajj is more sinful. So if you do wear it, take it off. Don't wear it in Hajj. But you get the point. Anything which is accessory, general people wear. The side bag? People ask this question all the time. So side bag, watch, anything which is an accessory. It's not clothing. Side bags are not clothing, yeah? Anything which does not go under the definition of clothing, you're allowed to wear. Okay, then you will pray. You will pray. How do you go in the state of ihram now? So you pray your 2 rakats. Like I said, you can pray in Masjid Nabawi, or you can pray in Heathrow. You can pray wherever. First rakat Surah Kafirun, second rakat Surah Ikhlas. So this is masnoon. It's mustahab. It's not even sunnah. If you do it, alhamdulillah, excellent. But sometimes you forget. You're so tired and you're so busy. You're so not frustrated, but you're so anxious. You forget what surah is. So don't worry about it. You know, what surah is it? You haven't even gone in the state of ihram because you're ringing someone. What's the surah? That's silly. Just pray any surah. It's fine. But ideally, you should recite Surah Kafirun, Surah Ikhlas. Wudu is sufficient if ghusl is not possible. That's what's supposed to do here. Pray 2 rakat salah, avoiding makruh time. By the way, you know this 2 rakat salah is not wajib. Yes, you don't need to pray the 2 rakats. And if you don't pray the 2 rakats, you can't go in the state of ihram. This is not true. Many times we've been to Masjid Aisha to perform Umrah. It was after Asr and we didn't pray the 2 rakats. We just went past the boundary. We told the guy, just go round, and we didn't even come out of the car. He went round the roundabout and we came back to the haram. We didn't tell Bia from when he turned when he went round the roundabout. Yes, so avoid the makruh times. When is the makruh times? لا صلاة بعد الفجر حتى تغرب الشمس ولا بعد العصر حتى تغرب الشمس. Sorry, I'll be wrong. لا صلاة بعد الفجر حتى تطلع الشمس ولا بعد العصر حتى تغرب الشمس. This is in Bukhari. Why I'm mentioning the Arabic phrase? Because some people are adamant on praying this salah. They pray after Asr. They pray after Maghrib. Some people pray. Fine. If they follow, I mentioned this on Tuesday. Some people have their own idea. They pray anytime, for example, or makruh time. I would always say, and what did I mention on Tuesdays? It's being fair. Those who did watch, I'm a fair person. Whoever wants to pray after Asr, you continue praying. But don't pray over there. Because there is this 2 opinion. One opinion where they say you shouldn't pray after Asr, and this backed in Bukhari, this hadith is not any storybook. Prophet ﷺ said there's no salah after Asr, there's no salah after Fajr. So we should, just over there in Ihram and in the sacred lands, I think we should avoid that and just be on the safe side and don't pray after Asr and Maghrib. And also Zawal time, when the sun is at the peak point. So if it's these 3 times, don't pray the 2 rakats. Other than that, you can pray. Then recite Talbiyah loudly 3 times. Once is a condition. Talbiyah you have to recite. What's Talbiyah? Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. Innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika laka. Everyone learn it. I mentioned this last week or was the week before. Even learn how to say it properly. Yeah? Go to your Imam Sahib, go to some Hafiz Sahib, ask someone, I don't know. Can you listen to my labbaik? It shouldn't be one of those, you don't know how you're saying labbaik. Scenes are going, the scene is sheen and sheen is seen. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, I don't know. Labbaik Allah sarika laka. No, I've heard of these things. Like, bro, you've had all this time to learn your labbaik. What opportunity you have of Hajj? Go to Imam Sahib, go to Hafiz. I'm sure you know one Hafiz somewhere. Come on. Ask him, brother. And especially if he's a friend. Don't come to me, guys, yeah? How can 43, 400 people come to me? No one, I'm going to ignore your message. I don't want no one coming to me here or voice note. Go to someone. Ask your local Imam or your Hafiz Sahib or someone that you know. Can you listen to my labbaik? And number 1, memorize labbaik. Everyone know labbaik, by the way? If you don't memorize, you have to memorize labbaik. Labbaik is a dhikr, by the way. It's a remembrance of Allah. And that's something you'll be doing for the next 2 or 3 days until the 3rd day when you start tawaf. So the moment from on, by the way, leave tamattu for now. The moment you go into the state of ihram, from then all the way to when? Until the 3rd day. The 3rd day when you start your tawaf. That's when you do the big. Talbiyah loudly 3 times. Sudan. Send durood on the Prophet, make dua. If there's no time for wudu or salah, intention followed by talbiyah will suffice. I've already said that. If there's no time and people are waiting for you, like I said, the 2 rakats is good that you do, is excellent, but it's not makruh if you don't do it. We should do, obviously. We should do everything, which makes it more special and more spiritual. This is just an hadith on ihram. Talbiyah labbaik Allahumma labbaik, as everyone knows, learn it properly. Women's ihram. For women, ihram is normal clothing. Not required to wear sheets like men. She's permitted to use stitched clothing of daily use. Everything's normal for them. Cover head, but not face or forehead. This is another thing. Forehead. She can't wear the scarf. You know, some girls, they wear up to here. Or halfway, no. The whole forehead should be uncovered, right? Yeah. It's not just the face. It's the face, because obviously the forehead is part of the face, right? But cover face in the manner that the cloth does not touch the face. Coming to the state of ihram, same as men. Yes. But talbiyah should be said silently. This is a good picture, yeah? Like that. Like this, can you see? Not touching the face. Baseball cap or something, so he doesn't put the sheet over it, so it doesn't touch the face. Women's ihram again. In menses, women will, it's a very good question. If women are in menses, women will bathe or perform wudu with the intention of umrah. This will not make her pak. This will not make her pure though. So she will have a bath, but this bath is just for formalities to go in this, not in the state of ihram, but well, yeah, to go in the state of ihram. But it will not make her clean, right? Sit facing the qibla if possible. Make intention followed by talbiyah, because women can be, if she goes in her menses on the first day or second day, she is allowed. By the way, she is allowed to make du'a, even in Arabic. Even some of the du'as which from the Quran, like Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana, she is allowed to read that according to the fatwa. But she can't recite full Quran. Open the Quran and start reading the Quran. But surah, even there's different opinions. Surah Fatiha, we have to go to the muftis for that. It's a bit too deep here. Go to muftis up. But like when it comes to like small du'as, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana, she's allowed to read it, although it's from the Quran. This will not make a bar, make intention followed by talbiyah. Remain engaged in zikr, du'a, talbiyah. Enter masjid for umrah after becoming pure. Because obviously when the default rule is she's not allowed to enter the haram, the masjid, Nabawi or Masjid al-Haram. She's not allowed to enter. And then the question comes about tablets and, to prevent that, you have to go to a doctor for that. Yeah, Dr. Tala. Dr. Tala over there. Don't come to me. Yeah. Once in the state of ihram, a muhrim must not. By the way, this is a new title for us, by the way. It's called muhrim. Muhrim means someone who is in the state of ihram. Wear any perfume, not allowed. Use perfume soap, not allowed. Wipe the face with cloth, not allowed. Yes, meaning, someone said, what about if you just dab? Me, I've got this habit. I have, even if it's hot, just dry the face. Just dab. Dabbing is fine. But not, mashallah, Allah. That's not allowed. Yeah, no, that's not allowed. Because you're covering the face. Clip nails or remove hair, not allowed. That means trimming. And this is because some people are so used to it. Moustache, under the armpits, private parts, beard, not allowed. You shouldn't shave the beard anyway. This is just a side point which I'll keep making from out. Try to grow the beard here. Come on, man. So it's a saying, if you're not going to grow the beard now, when are you going to grow? When? Try to grow it. Try to grow it. First of all, those who shave the beard, nah, bruv, that's just banga. Don't shave the beard, yeah? And especially, because some people, they shave the beard coming out on the third day of the ihram. That's not very wise, isn't it, right? You're just coming out of the state of ihram, you've done 3 days of some serious work of walking and Mina Arafah, shaving the beard. Some ulama say at least keep something there that it looks like you've got a beard. You can differentiate between a man and woman. Yes? This is not allowed also. A man must not cover his head, not allowed. Topi, all of this. Even wearing a scarf, it will be hot. That's why you need an umbrella. But you can't cover the head. One must not engage in any immodest conversation, arguments. This includes with your wife. So those who just got married recently, you might have to just keep a distance from them. Kind of saying, yeah. No. Real talk. You can't be saying all this lovely stuff. It's not allowed, and that includes messaging. Some like if they're leaving their wife behind at home, you can't be messaging all this lovely stuff. It's not allowed. It's haram. You're not allowed to say all of these things. Yeah. No intimate talk or action is permissible even between the husband and wife. Although before this it is allowed, it might be rewarding. Yes, but not during ihram. Not during ihram. Yeah, not allowed. One should, in the state of ihram, a muhrim should continue with the talbiyah. Every change of condition with talbiyah. We've done a full bayan on this. I can't do it again. Yeah, but every time you change, so if you're sick, obviously you can't do talbiyah the whole day. You get tired. No one's telling you. Allah didn't tell us to do talbiyah the whole day. It's impossible. You get tired. But every movement, every change of condition, you should talbiyah. So if you're sitting, the moment you stand up, talbiyah. And you should get into the habit of this from the first, especially those who are going for the first time. So you're sitting down, do one talbiyah. When you stand up, talbiyah. Then you start walking. When you just got your food, talbiyah. Finish talking to someone, talbiyah. Yeah. When you get up from sleep, talbiyah. Before you go to bed, talbiyah. And talbiyah is only 2.5 days. Talbiyah will stop. You'll stop on the third day. So you only got 2.5 or 3.5 for those who are doing Quran if you come the day before. So talbiyah is very important. Every change. Don't waste time talking, chatting. Don't do this. Talbiyah is the main thing. Talbiyah is the main dhikr. Remember, talbiyah is a dhikr, remembrance of Allah. Yes.
Do we have to say it loud every time?
No. You'd have to say it loudly all the time. It's just when you, and loudly means not screaming, you know, when you basically go in the state of ihram, just raising the voice a bit. Yeah, like labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik, I don't, you know, loud. This is what loud means. Loud means when someone can hear next to you. It doesn't mean screaming and shouting. Even on the aircraft, because you are musafir, all the 4 rakats of faraz will be half to 2. This is another masla for another time. Remember the masla of qasr, 2 rakats, right? Just for dhuhr, asr, and isha. The sunnahs and nafal will remain the same. Should you read them? I think you're supposed to say yes, maybe. You should read them. Yes, you should. Thing permissible in ihram: shadowing under an umbrella or other such object that does not touch your head. Umbrella is allowed. You can wear a ring, pair of glasses, ear aid, watch, belt, money to protect your documents, and money like a side bag. If while you are in ihram you want to wash your ihram or change it, you can do so. You can also have a bath or shower, but you must not scrub yourself so that no hair falls out. Rigorous rubbing, should avoid that. Yeah, even when you do, when you do wudu, don't clean the beard so much and rigorous rubbing. And when I do, obviously how I do my wudu, don't do that because hairs will come out. It's keeping coming out. Yes, it's not good. You can cover yourself, including your feet, with a blanket, quilt, sleeping bag, or any other cover, but you must not cover your head or face. Feet is fine because the kambal, the cloth or the blanket is an accessory. It's not clothing. So at night time you can cover. People think you can't cover your feet at night time. That's not correct. So one brother many years ago, he was going around taking everyone's blanket. No, honestly. I said, "But what are you doing?" He said, "No, you don't have to cover the feet." I said, "Yeah, with clothing of Chapal." He thought, "Oh yeah, that's a good point." I said, "That's blanket is not clothing. It's actually an accessory, but not face. You're not allowed to cover the face or the head." Yeah. Allah. You may also use miswak to clean the teeth. Is allowed. Arrival at Jeddah. Be patient. Formalities will take in place. This is talking about Medina as well. In pure state, it could be the same thing. Enter Medina things. Enter with in pure state with talbiyah on tongue, with total humility and respect, dua and istighfar, thinking a sinner has come to be pardoned. You will be taken to your hotel, settle down, rest if you are tired, eat if you are hungry. This is about Makkah, by the way, but let's change it. So imagine this is Medina, right? Yeah, it says Makkah, but let's just say this is all in Medina. Settle down, rest if you are tired, eat if you are hungry. If you want to take a bath, one may do so, but without perfume, soap, and rigorous rubbing, so no hair falls out. This is Makkah. If you go Makkah first, we're going to go Medina first, so don't worry, you can have a nice shower. She may use a towel except for the face and also head for the male. For those who are going Makkah first, we are going Medina, we need to worry about this. When you feel fresh, then go to Umrah. Just refer this to the day when we're going to Makkah. Just refer it, same thing. When you feel fresh, then go to perform your Umrah. And this could be referred to when we get to Makkah. So even if we're going from Medina, you don't need to follow the group. It's amazing and great and ideal that you follow the group, especially for those who are going first time. But if you've been already and you've been for Umrah and you're tired, go on your own. Really, just go on your own. It's just Umrah. It's not Hajj. Hajj, you can't go on your own anyway. You have to go with the group. But if someone's really tired and they've been for Umrah, you can go on your own time. You don't need to follow the group. It's the same thing. Go to the Haram, do your tawaf, sa'i, and come back. If you are tired and you want to delay your Umrah for a while, you may do so. It's allowed. But that does not mean you don't go to the Masjid Haram for your Salah. Try to go to the Masjid. Even if you mean to pray outside on the marble, it's also fine. Enter the Masjid with the right foot. Read the dua. Allahumma aftah li abwab rahmatik. Bismillah wa salamu ala rasulillah. Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Make niyyah for i'tikaf. So when you enter the Masjid, right foot, dua, and make niyyah, intention for i'tikaf. Slowly walk towards the Kaaba. Once you see the Kaaba for the first time, recite takbir, Allahu Akbar. Move on one side and engage in dua. This is a time of acceptance of dua. Those who are coming with me, inshallah, we done this last year as well. I will take you, and I hope that, but I'm assuming, inshallah, it's not even assuming, your group will take you, your guys will take you to a good place, inshallah. I've done this for the past 2 years, which I've been with Fly Express, and every time I go for Umrah or any group that I've taken in the past, many groups, I always take to a good spot. As a group, we will stand because you can't stand anywhere. This is not your local masjid. Yeah, there's soldiers everywhere, literally everywhere. They won't even let you stop. They won't let you stop anywhere. Haji, move. Yeah. So they won't let you stop anywhere. But on the mataf, even there sometimes they don't let you stop. But we look for a good spot somewhere on the side as a group. It doesn't have to be a group, but because the first glance at the Kaaba, your dua is accepted. That's for Umrah and Hajj. But for Hajj is even more. Although that's the Umrah for Hajj, or Umrah in your Hajj period, but it's a very powerful dua. So what I always do is I take them in the corridors because you won't know where you're going. And I always tell people, and I'm always shouting at them and just encouraging them to look down, look down, look down. Because the moment you look up, you will see, from the clock towers, the door of the clock towers, you can see the Kaaba, by the way. From the clock tower, you don't need to go in the building to see the Kaaba. Let me go in the building and no. The moment you're outside the Haram, on the marble, you can see the Kaaba. Especially Hajj time, because the main door, King Abdulaziz Gate, is open. During the year, it's not open. Only 2 times they open it because of the work that's going on. Soon it'll be open permanently. But right now, only in Ramadan and Hajj, the King Abdulaziz Gate is open. Other than that, it's always closed. So you don't need to worry about seeing the Kaaba. But right now in Hajj time, the doors are open. They're massive new doors. You can be at the door of the clock tower. That's the way they made it. The clock tower, the moment you step out, you can see the Kaaba. So your dua is finished. Your dua is gone then. The dua that you're supposed to make is finished. That's what I'm saying. Look down. I will do. That's my job. I'll do it. I'll take you to a good place and we'll make dua, inshallah. Dua is a hadith of that. Just move on. What to pray the moment you see the Kaaba, make dua, make special duas, make dua for me. I'm telling you some good stuff. I'm trying to say, make dua for me, make dua for my family, make dua for your family. Concentration between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't worry about this. I'm going to explain this. When it comes to tawaf, guys, because now we're going to start tawaf now. Yeah. This is for someone who's in tamattu', for someone who's going to go to Haram, Makkah, Arif Bay, and going to go to Makkah, go to Masjid Haram, and maybe come out of the state of Ihram. Or even for us who's doing Qiran, or for those who are doing Qiran, they're only going to do Umrah, they won't come out of the state of Ihram, and they will go and do Hajj afterwards, the next day or 2 days after. This is the same thing. Tawaf, because now we've reached the Haram now. We've reached the Masjid Haram, I'm assuming anyway. Tawaf is always a necessity. You have to have wudu. You have to have wudu for tawaf. You don't need wudu for sa'i. Yes? And number 2, Safa Marwa is not part of the masjid. Safa Marwa is not part of the masjid. You should avoid praying there. Safa Marwa is not part of them, which is known as Mas'a. It is not part of the masjid. Yes? So when you're doing your Umrah, plan in such a way that you don't pray your Salah there. It is not part of Masjid Haram. Yes, so if your wudu breaks, whatever's written here, I'm going to mention my own thing, because there's 2 major, not opinions, but major things that you will hear. One thing is where if you break your wudu before the 4th round, then you have to start again. I've asked my teachers this, senior mufti of the country. They said, look, that's one opinion, maybe just to make your tawaf special for some people. What I do is if I break my wudu, I continue where I stop from. So it's not before 4, before 3. I think it's just preference. Yeah, but it's not a general ruling, by the way. You can check any book. It's not a general ruling that your wudu breaks, you have to start number 1. Especially nowadays, man, if it's packed out, the whole tawaf is packed out, especially in Hajj time, the whole mataf, you might not even get space in mataf. You have to go to the 1st floor. When you went in 2019, you went on the 1st floor. So imagine and the tawaf upstairs is almost 2 hours. Let's just say almost 2 hours. And you break your wudu, you just walked for 1 hour. Were you going to start the tawaf again? Allah is merciful. Allah is merciful. So you just, wherever you stop, go and do your wudu, and you just continue. Yes? Or for those who want to follow the 4 rules, Nurun ala nur. Light upon light is great. It's good. It's good for you. Yeah? So that's the general rule. Intention is necessary. You have to make it. You can't just go around the Kaaba 7 times without any intention. You have to have intention. For tawaf of Umrah, Talbiyah will stop at the commencement of tawaf. And I think I got that wrong, by the way, about Hajj. Also for Hajj, no. I think the Talbiyah stops at Jamarat. But I'm just going to clarify that because I haven't looked at 1,000 maslas. I've looked as much as I can. But for Umrah, if you started your tawaf, if you started your ihram even from Medina or even from Makkah, you will stop your talbiyah where? Labbaik Allahumma labbaik at tawaf. The moment the tawaf starts, you stop. There's no talbiyah. You don't do labbaik Allahumma labbaik around the Kaaba. No, you make dua around the Kaaba. But Hajj, as far as the way is Jamarat, we'll explain that later on. For the tawaf, after which there is sa'i, one will do istiba. Remember? What's the word? You will uncover the arm and the shoulder. In such a way, you just have to put it under the arm and you just tuck it in. Everyone will help out. All the brothers are always helping out. If you're with the ladies, they'll help you just tuck it in. And when you wear the bag, it helps to. It's only the 7 rounds. You'll be fine, inshallah. If Jamaat starts, due to the fact that there is a lot of perfume on Hajj al-Aswad and Rukn Yamani, one will not touch in the state of Ihram. So in the state of Ihram, wudu and Hajj, Don't even touch the Kaaba. Because even the Kaaba, the cloth has what? A lot of perfume. A lot of perfume. They put perfume maybe every couple hours. So don't touch the Kaaba while you're doing your tawaf for your Umrah and Hajj. Well, not tawaf is ziyarah. No, not tawaf is ziyarah. Tawaf is ziyarah depends if you're in the state of ihram. So but when it comes to Umrah, no, don't touch the Kaaba. Avoid it. You can touch it after. If Jamaat's Salah commences whilst doing tawaf, stop and join the Salah, then commence from where you left. Very important point. If Salah begins and you're doing istiba, your arm is uncovered, cover your arm. This is makruh to pray with your arm fully, especially your full arm, uncovered with your shoulders. It's makruh. Yeah. So if Salah begins, cover it, and then you continue tawaf and you uncover it. When going past the Rukn Yamani, don't know about this. Leave this. If one forgot to do Ramal. One thing is Ramal. Have you heard Ramal is? The first 3 rounds, it's going to explain exactly, it's going to begin again. I don't know why it's like that, but it's going to begin the whole tawaf. When you do tawaf, guys, the first 3 rounds, you've heard it many times, you will do Ramal. You know what Ramal is? The best way to explain it is like you're walking like a soldier. There's a saying that this is the only time you can walk, not with that purpose in your heart, but with the walk of takabbur. You shouldn't walk like that. What are you saying, bruv? Yeah. No, this is haram. This is takabbur. This is pride. Allah doesn't like arrogance. But in the first 3 rounds, you do that. We're a soldier. That's it. But sometimes it's hard when you go around the Kaaba because so many people that you can't do it. In Sunnah, some people think if you miss it in the first 3 rounds, you do it in the next 3 rounds. That's not true. The Ramal is only for the first 3 rounds. And Istiba is for all 7 rounds. People get this confused. It becomes really confusing. It's very simple. Ramal, soldier walk, is for how many rounds? 3 rounds. Only first 3 rounds. And the Istiba is for all 7 rounds, not 3 rounds. Some people think 3 or 4. No, Istiba is for all 7 rounds. Do not push anyone in during tawaf to engage. If anyone, even myself, I do get angry sometimes. This is a lesson for me, for everyone. Just take it easy, right? If someone barges you, hits you, just let them do it, man. It's fine. They look at them, smile, jazakallah. No, I'm being serious. What happens is, believe me, you get angry. Oh, what are you doing, man? Yeah, everyone does this. So avoid that. Whatever happens. The ladies keep them in front of you, so no one touches the ladies. Look, you can't do much. There's too many people there. You getting angry doesn't really help. To engage in dua is more preferable, but silently. Wait, you know what? Just one second there. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna come after anyway, but yeah. So between, when you start the tawaf, I think later on, he's gonna begin the tawaf again. When he gets to that, I'll just skip that. You're gonna come in most probably through King Abdulaziz Gate. I'm assuming most of you are at the Hilton Convention. And for those who are Kiswa, it's the same route anyway. So you'll make your way on the marble, you make your way to King Abdulaziz Gate or King Fahad Gate, both of them is fine. 79. And you make your way to the Mataf. We'll make dua. After that, we'll make our way to the Hajj Aswad. Before, pre-COVID, there used to be a black line on the floor. In line of the Hajj Aswad, they've taken that out. So it doesn't matter. We look for the green lights, even though you can see the Hajj Aswad anyway. And Hajj Aswad is very easy to see because the 4 corners, it's very distinct. You can see it. There's a specific pattern. I can't really explain it, but there's a specific pattern for Hajj Aswad. 2 corners don't have any pattern. 2 corners don't have any pattern, and 2 corners do have pattern. One of them is Rukn Yamani, and one of them Hajj Aswad. And Hajj Aswad, when you get there, you'll understand. It's very clear that that's Hajj Aswad. That's where you start, and then you make your way around the Kaaba like this. How many times are you going to do it? When that part comes, I'll skip it. Altogether, mustahab. Sorry, not mustahab. Minimum you'll do 8 times. How many times? I said minimum for a reason. 8 times. 1 to begin, and then 1 for each round at the end of each round. Are you guys with me? 1 to begin, to start the tawaf, and 1 at each round. Yes? And quickly, we're going to get to that anyway. Then you go and drink some zamzam. You can pray your 2 rakats if you want there in Mataf. Don't disturb anyone. People are so adamant to pray behind the Maqam Ibrahim. You will see this. They're disturbing everyone, causing havoc. Yeah, if you can pray behind the Maqam Ibrahim, great. If not, pray anyway in the masjid. And then it's mustahab to do a 9th istilam. By the way, istilam means to point at the Hajj Aswad if we can't touch it, like this. And by the way, istilam is only for Hajj Aswad. When you go there, you'll see loads of things. People doing one hand, people doing like 10 kisses at one, like this. Like, Yeah, let them do what they want. This is we don't fully follow this. One time is fine, and we will, because obviously it's respect. But some people ask why two hands. Our ulama say because if you do one hand, it's also done, by the way. It's out of respect. It's a gesture of respect when you do two hands. Read upon this. Ibn Qayyim al-Jawzi rahimahullah has mentioned this in his books. So two hands, and you will point at the around as best as you can to the Hajj Aswad, and Bismillah Allahu Akbar, like both hands, and then you kiss your hands. It's done. When you go around the Kaaba quickly, you'll go around 7 times. You will pass Rukn Yamani. Rukn Yamani is also, it has a lot of perfume. If you weren't in Ihram, you will touch it. You will touch it. You will wipe your hand on it. But if you can't touch it, which we won't anyway because we'll be in Ihram, there's no istilam. You don't do Bismillah Allahu Akbar to Rukn Yamani. Istilam is only for what? Hajj Aswad, the black stone. So everyone get that. So the first time is once, and then 7 times, that is 8, and there will be a 9th time as well. That's mustahab, it's not farad. And that you don't have to go back to the Hajj Aswad line. That will be a long walk. It's mustahab to do a 9th time, but from wherever you are. But as long as you can see the Hajj Aswad, Bismillah Allahu Akbar, kiss it, and then you go to Sa'i. Are you guys with me? Did everyone get that part? If you don't worry about it. While in Tawaf, do not gaze at the Kaaba. Yes, don't look at the Kaaba. Kaaba, you look at another time. You have to look down, concentrate. These are just basic masail. For further details, read books. Now, if you tend to commence your Umrah, we're going to quickly do this now. Yeah, so we finish. I want to finish in about 10 minutes max, and then we go for a break. 10 to 15 minutes. Reciting Takbir. If you intend to commence your Umrah, recite Takbir, Talbiyah, and Durood Sharif. Proceed towards the Baytullah. Baytullah means Kaaba. Towards Hajj Aswad, until you come parallel to it. We've already mentioned that. Before there used to be a line, but there's no line now. It doesn't have to be exact where you start using the ruler and stuff. No, you just, as long as you're more or less in the line. Some people are really particular. You don't have to be, as long as you're more or less in the line of Hajj Aswad. Now you stop reciting Talbiyah. You don't recite Talbiyah anymore. Observe Istibar, remember? Uncover the right arm and the shoulder. Now proceed towards the Hajj Aswad in such a manner that your right shoulder is in line with its corner. By the way, guys, I'm sure you read this already, man. You read it. Then Moin Abu Bakr explained it as well. Moin Ibn Patel explained this already. This is a very good way to. You will face and look at the Kaaba, because after this round, you won't look at the Kaaba. Your whole chest should be towards the Kaaba, and everyone will do this. Bismillahi Allahu Akbar, and you can add Walillahi alhamd, or Bismillah Allahu Akbar, and then you turn around again, and then you go around the Kaaba. Now move a little to the right. Your chest is directly facing the Hajj Aswad. Raise both hands. Bismillah Allahu Akbar. Or like I said, Bismillah Allahu Akbar. You can say that as well. So that your left shoulder is facing the Hajj Aswad. It's anti-clockwise, by the way, and not clockwise. And commence tawaf. If possible, do istilam of Rukn Yamani. That's obviously if you're not doing Umrah. But if you're not in Ihram, you can't touch the Rukn Yamani because it's full of. It's another stone, by the way. Yeah? It's another stone in another corner, and it's got a lot of perfume on it, so don't touch it. In the first 3 rounds, the male will do Ramal to walk with a bit of speed, short steps, chest out, moving the shoulders like a soldier. That's the Ramal. Women will walk normally. Women will not do that, yeah? No Ramal to be done in the remaining 4 rounds. No Ramal to be done in the remaining 4 rounds, even if you forgot. This is a very old picture. It's confused, don't worry about it. And this is how, can you see the green line? He will go round. That's 1. And then 2. I think it actually shows you to go around 7 times here, but I skipped it. 7 times, and then you're done. Yeah? When reaching in line parallel to Hajj Aswad in the second and remaining rounds, turn the face and the chest towards the Hajj Aswad and do Istilam, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, Walillah alhamd. Then turn and continue with the tawaf 7 times. It should be remembered that to turn the face and the chest towards Allah during tawaf is permissible only while performing Istilam of Hajj Aswad. This also is true opinion. Some people say don't face the Kaaba. Some say do it. You can do both. It's whatever you are comfortable with. Yeah. During tawaf, make du'as. We've already done this, and I think we're going to explain this Tuesday again. What to read when you're going around the Kaaba. Yes, I always say don't bring a book. This is my humble opinion. Don't bring a book and then you're flicking the pages on your phone. Why? Because du'a is a connection between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It can any language. This is time to make du'a. Don't be talking to your spouse and hi, what's going on, nice lights, and you can do that after. Special time, go around the Kaaba, make du'as in your own language. Allah's the one who invented the language in the first place. Allah knows the languages, right? Only dua that you should learn, the bare minimum is what dua? رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. That you'll recite, try to recite 20 times, 30 times, 40 times. From Rukn Yamani all the way to Hajj Aswad. Some people think only recite once. No, constantly. No other duas. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Knowing the meaning. Ya Allah, atina fid dunya hasana. Ya Allah, give us good in the dunya. Wa fil akhirati hasana. And good, give us good in the akhirah. Wa qina adhab an-nar. And save us from the hellfire. Keep saying this between Hajj Aswad, Rukn Yamani, Hajj Aswad. The moment Hajj Aswad comes, you stop doing Rabbana atina fid dunya. Put your hands again. Face the Hajj Aswad. Bismillahi Allahu Akbar. Walillahi alhamd. And then second round. Yeah. Another good dua to read, which is the dua which mentioned the hadith. Subhanallah walhamdulillahi wa la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim. You can add that at the end as well. Put some in the group later on. After 7th round, do Islam for the 8th time. This is sunnah mu'akkida. Now cover the shoulders, make dua of milkism. You know what? Let's leave all this stuff because after that you will basically go and drink some zamzam. This is mustahab. It's not farad, it's not sunnah, but it's good. Go and drink some zamzam. Perhaps the reason why is because you've been tired, you've been doing 7 rounds. Prophet wanted to ensure that we drink some water as well. Drink some water. That is the thing. Oh yeah, what he mentions here, sorry, is multizam. If you can go to multizam, is this part here. It's gonna come here. Look, that's the multizam. It's a mad area. It's a very crazy, chaotic. I don't know even how we're gonna get there. Yeah, but that area, a few inches. So if this is the Kaaba, maybe up to about here, between the Hajj Aswad, which is the corner, up to the beginning of the door. That's called multizam. And guess what? That's the most blessed place on the entire earth. That place just does. Whoever makes dua at the multizam, the dua is accepted. But you can only make a 10-second dua. Believe me, it's too quick. Because people are going to push. Because you're right next to the Hajj Aswad. That's where all the fighting and the dakka and people are pushing and people asking for help, everything. So if you can go there, if not, you can do another time. And when you're with a group, you can't do. When you're with the group, stick with the group, whatever the guide says. Don't say to the guy, I'm going to the multizam. Well, you go then. Yeah, because we're not going to go to the multizam. We're going to do 7 rounds. Multizam, you can do another time. Can you see Maqam Ibrahim? No, over there. Can you see it? Maqam Ibrahim is sunnah to do, or better to pray behind there, but it would be really crowded. So better to pray anyway. In fact, the 2 rakats of tawaf can be prayed anywhere. People don't know this. People think you have to pray your 2 rakats of tawaf in the haram. That's totally incorrect. You can pray the 2 rakats even in London, in your home in Leytonstone. You can pray your 2 rakats of tawaf where? Anywhere. But it's wajib. It has to be prayed in your lifetime, obviously. Yeah? But it's better to just get over and done with, and it's more rewarding haram. That's why we pray there. But it's not like it's necessary. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not farad to pray the 2 rakats in the haram. No, you can pray at home if you want. Maqam Ibrahim. On 9th time I mentioned, then proceed towards Sa'i. Sa'i is very simple. Sa'i, there will be a big sign. It will say Mas'a. Mas'a. M-A-S apostrophe A. Mas'a. And Mas'a is the place like Mataf. Mataf is the place where you do tawaf. Mas'a is the place where you do Sa'i. You go towards Safa Marwa, there'll be signs, you won't get lost, it's impossible. You make your way to Safa, to the Mount of Safa, and you will walk from Safa to Marwa. This is a tough walk. Guys, get ready, yeah? Tough walk from Safa to Marwa. And that's 1 round. You don't have to do, because Safa to Marwa, Marwa to Safa is not 1 round. Yeah? Otherwise, you'll be doing 14 rounds. Because this Sa'i generally takes about 1 hour, generally. You can do 50 minutes, 1 hour. It's a tough walk. Yeah? So if you do 14 laps, that will take you about 2 hours. Because you're tired and sitting down, it might take you longer. So don't get confused, it's 7 laps. Safa to Marwa is 1 lap. Makkah to Safa is, Marwa to Safa is 2 laps, like that. And you start from Safa, and you will finish at Marwa. Safa to Marwa is 1 lap, and Marwa to Safa is the 2nd lap. Hence, one will commence the Sa'i at Safa and complete the Sa'i at Marwa. Yeah, oh my God, I have to keep. Everyone get that? Between the 2 places. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention one thing. So between Safa and Marwa, in between you'll see a set of green light. Depending on what floor you're on, it's coming up. Picture should be here somewhere. Depending on what floor you're on, there'll be different styles of lights. Now on this floor, and I believe this is the main ground floor, is it'll be a long stretch of green lights. So between these green lights, you have to do like a jog. You will jog. If you're on other floors, there'll be one tube light here, starting point, and there'll be no green lights, and then there'll be another green tube light to end, depending what floor you're on. Yeah, but yeah, you'll run between these, and it's only for men, by the way, not for women. The best way to do it is so then you stay together. The men will run. When we finish, we slow our pace down so the women catch up. That's all it is. But they can't. Some men, they don't even run. They stay with the wife. Come on, you that scared? You're Makkah, man. Don't worry, nothing's gonna happen to the wife, man. No, I'm being serious. Like, come on, you're missing the sunnah. But just for the sake, I want to hold her hand. She doesn't go nowhere. You're not going nowhere. In London, they won't hold their hands. But over here, I'm going to make sure you're not going nowhere. Don't worry, they won't get lost. There's a way to do it. And we've been doing this for so many years. We always, I'm going to mention there as well, those who are in my group, we run, and at the end, we just slow down until they catch up. And then that's it, it's fine. That's for disabled people in the middle. After Sa'i, if it's not makruh time, it's mustahab to perform 2 rakats nafal in the Masjid Haram. It's quite difficult as well. Why? Because they blocked it now. You have to generally from Sa'i, there's no way to enter Masjid Haram anyway. Now you'll have to go all the way around back to King Abdul Aziz. Safa, Marwa is not part of the Masjid Haram, like it's mentioned here. No halaq or do halaq. Sorry. Do halaq. There's 2 things you can do. One is halaq, which means to shave, and one means qasr, which means to qasr means to trim. Both is allowed. G.
Yeah, for Umrah, should we do Qasr, and then for Hajj?
Very good question. I think someone asked me this already. No. This depends. You know, if you go to different ulama, they'll give you different things. They'll say, look, did you understand this question, by the way? You know, those who are doing tamattu', those who are doing qiran, we don't need to worry about that. So that's why I would say do qiran is better. Yeah. But those who are doing tamattu', now you'll have to shave the head 2 times, or you'll have to trim or shave twice. Now, the common question, I've got this question so many times in the past 1 week. What they say is, should we do qasr for Umrah, and then for Hajj we should do? I would say no. I would say for those who are, they're intending, they're going to do, what do you call it? They're going to shave. Those who are not going to shave, they're going to trim. We're not speaking about that. Those who are going to shave their head in Hajj, they should shave their head in Umrah as well. Because the reward, there's no mention of this, where if you do qasr here and you do, it's more rewarding. It's just something which is mentioned by ulama, scholars, which is great. I think if someone trims the hair for Umrah, what happens is that he won't get the full reward for Umrah. And Umrah is in tamattu'. In tamattu', Umrah is separate to Hajj. So Umrah is separate. It's nothing to do with the Hajj. Why are you letting the reward go in the Umrah if you were going to do it in Hajj? You know, some people, they don't want to trim. Yeah, it's fine. Some people have long hair, for example. Yeah, they might not want to trim it. We had, not last year, 2 years ago, we had this guy, bro. He had hair up to here, man. I was like, are you going to trim this? Are you going to trim it? No, bro. I'm shaving. I said, no way. He said, how long have you had that for? I've had it for like 3-4 years. And he done it, That's different. But generally, they would just trim it. That's different. But someone who's going to shave, why get less reward for that? Because Prophet ﷺ mentioned in the hadith, remember, whoever, they get 3 times more reward. 3 times more. They asked, Sahaba asked the Prophet ﷺ, tell us with regards to qasr, with regards to trimming. Prophet ﷺ said, Rahimallahu ala al-muhalliqeen. May Allah bless those people who shave. The Sahaba thought, okay, in their mind, they must be, I understand about shaving. Ya Rasulullah, what about qasr? You mentioned about halaq, what about qasr? Prophet ﷺ said, Rahimallahu ala al-muhalliqeen. May Allah bless those people who shave their head. Sahaba thought, okay, we understand 2 times now. What about those who trim? Prophet ﷺ said, Rahimallahu ala al-muhalliqeen. 3rd time. Ya Rasulullah, we understand. What about those who trim? Rahimallahu ala al-muqassir. May Allah bless those who trim. So 3 times more reward. You understand? So if you can, it's not like it's haram or anything, but this is what I would say. If you are going to shave for Hajj, then you should shave for Umrah. And don't worry, people say, what, there will be hair. It grows back. Yeah, even if you just put the blade, because that's the ruling for someone who's totally bald. Someone's totally bald, then what's going to happen? Then there's no, what about his halaq? So the ruling would be just to, what's the word? Just put, the blade over his head. The halaq is done. Sorry? Qiran, we won't. No, in after Umrah, there's no trimming. There's nothing. That's why it's more rewarding, because after you've done your Umrah, you've tried so hard. That's what I'm trying to explain. We've tried so hard, but you're still in the haram.
You don't shave your head off.
We don't no shave or trim, nothing. That's the whole point. Umrah and Hajj, you will combine. You do both of them. That's why it's more difficult. Halaq, like he says, halaq is more rewarding. Women will only trim their hair. The best way to do it, make 3 plaits, and one woman is allowed to trim another woman's hair. Although one of them, in the initial stage, might still be in haram. This is a wrong ideology or rule which people have made up. That someone who is in haram, she can't trim someone else's hair. This is not true. But the only condition is that as long as the woman has done all the rites of Umrah. Yeah, so tawaf. She hasn't, for example, a woman, she was tired, a sister was tired, she stayed in the hotel. She hasn't done Umrah at all. She hasn't been to the. Now, another sister arrives, her sister arrives, she's done her Umrah now. She's not allowed to do hers because she hasn't done the rites of Umrah. That's different. But if they both been, then yeah, she's allowed to do, and which is then generally the case. This should, and for sisters, this should be privacy of their room, of her room. Shouldn't be on the streets. So you see the sisters in Marwa, they're uncovering their hair. This is not right. Although sisters might not be covering back home, but at least cover it there. At least cover it in the sacred lands. She should bear in mind that a non-mahram is not permitted to trim, touch, or even look at her hair. Yes? So if sometimes your cousin comes in the room, cousin or your brother-in-law, they come in the room. No, just because you're in the sacred lands, you should do it all the time. You should wear hijab. You should try to wear the hijab and whatnot for the sisters. But at that time specifically, you should avoid. You should avoid doing any sin, because that sin will be multiplied. If a woman experiences menses during tawaf, stop the tawaf and leave the masjid straight away. Yes? Leave the masjid straight away. Listen very carefully. So if someone is doing tawaf, a woman is doing tawaf, and her menses begin, she will have to stop immediately. She will stop immediately. And she will make her way to, she will leave the masjid. We hope and we pray that that doesn't happen to anyone, because that is to a sister, but it's very frustrating. But if it happens in Sa'i, she should just continue, because Safa Marwa is not part of the masjid, nor is purity a condition for Sa'i. So even wudu for men as well, we shouldn't do this, by the way. If we're walking between Safa Marwa and our wudu breaks, we should just do wudu again. There's Zamzam there, just do it with Zamzam, it's fine, right? But if your wudu did break, it's fine. Sa'i, wudu is not a condition for Sa'i. For tawaf, you do need wudu. After halaq, Umrah is finished now, and you will wait until the 7th of Dhul Hijjah. You wait for the groups to give you guidance, and you will make your way to what do you call it? Wait for the 8th of Dhul Hijjah. You make your way to there. That is brief on Umrah. Any questions? Hajj will do after a break, inshallah.
Sorry, I might have missed this. Is there must have 2 rakats after saying?
Yes, we mentioned that. Maybe I need to fast. After Sa'i is mustahab to pray 2 rakats, but not in Safa Marwa, because it's not the masjid. To go in the haram. And like I mentioned before, you can easily just take a right. So you walk from Marwa to Safa, you can take one of the rights and enter the Masjid Haram. It's all blocked now. Everything's blocked. The only way you can get back to the Mataf or Masjid Haram is you'll have to leave the building and walk all the way around, which is a long walk. Will put you off. Yeah? So, yeah. Either pray in the hotel or you can enter the masjid again. But once you enter the masjid, it's like a one-way system. You'll be tired anyway. You'll be tired and you just pray out in the hotel. Yeah.
How do we know when they because we read the Quran between the Yemeni stone and the black stone? How do we know when the Yemeni?
You'll see it because you see the corners of the Kaaba. Each corner of the Kaaba, you'll see it. And like I said, there's 4 corners of the Kaaba. 2 of them in the corners, they have this special design. One is a very straight box type design, very box type design. That box type design is Rukn Yamani. You'll see when you get there. And then the Hajj Aswad has these type of octagon type of 4 of them. That's Hajj Aswad. Yes, she can. It's totally fine.
If we have to break towards the Jamaat, say, I mean, the middle of one, we have to repeat that?
No, you don't repeat it. You continue where you stopped.
Even if you're halfway.
Even if you're halfway, yeah.
Okay. Then ninth is this how you said? We don't have to do a tawaf and then.
No. That's because istilam is just gesture. All of the istilam is gesture. That ninth is mustahab. So by then you would have drank zamzam, you would have prayed your 2 rakat salah. If it's not makruh time, you pray your 2 rakats wajib salah. By the way, any tawaf that you do, guys, whether it's nafal or not, nafal or it's tawaf ziyarah or tawaf umrah, you have to pray 2 rakats. It's wajib. You have to pray 2 rakats. After that, you will do a gesture for the 9th time, but that's from where you prayed your salah. Any questions, guys? I was gonna say, you know, always, if you can go upstairs if you don't mind. Put that thing up, please, if you don't mind. Just the sheep thing in it, and whatever I think is in the passage. Whatever's in this passage, take it all upstairs, isn't it? All these. You go on. Sorry.
We get the saffron. You have to do Islam.
No, there's no istilam. There's no istilam. People do istilam over there as well. No, there's no istilam. You will see it when you go there, guys. You will see loads of things there. No. There's no istilam. There's no istilam of or in Safa Marwa. You know, like gesture from Safa Marwa. There's dua, yes. The Prophet ﷺ, when he stopped at Safa, he made dua. But over there, it's very different. There's too many people there. So where are you gonna make dua? So we make a short dua. People, you see them walking towards you. It gets a bit scary as well, especially in Hajj time. It's packed. It's not like your usual other months. So you make dua at Safa, short dua, go to Marwa, make dua there, Safa, Marwa, make dua. But there's no istilam, Bismillah, Allah, but there's no istilam is only for tawaf. Ji.
For Sa'i is there, you have to pray the ayah in Quran.
It's not farad, it's not a wajib. But I usually read it to my group. Inna Safa wal Marwa min sha'airillah.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. It's mustahab. The Prophet did read it though. But it's not sunnah or anything. It's good to read it. It's good.
In regards to, I'm in the age 1700, we're leaving, we're going to get to Makkah the day before, I think it's going to be a Hajj day night. So, does it give us enough time to do Umrah and then go out to Qudum and Sa'i and then go to.
This Tawaf Qudum is a very, very big masla, by the way. It's a very big masla because there's difference of opinion that Tawaf Qudum, do you know Tawaf Qudum is, some ulama say it is the Tawaf that you're doing as your first time.
Yeah.
Because Tawaf Qudum means it's like the welcome Tawaf, right? So myself, I mean, when we go there, the Tawaf that you do, the first Tawaf that you do, the Tawaf that you do when you get there, that will be a Tawaf Qudum. Otherwise, that's too much. How can someone do Tawaf is Umrah, Tawaf for Umrah, then Safa Marwa, and then come back to Tawaf Qudum? It wouldn't make sense. Are you with me?
Yeah. But then to do.
Tawaf Qudum is not wajib, it's not farad, by the way. It's masnoon. It's good if you do it.
But then to do, say that normally people do after Tawaf and Ziyarah.
Yeah.
But to do that, you've got to do.
Oh, yeah, sorry, because, yes, that's what I meant. What's Tawaf Qudum, by the way? There's two types of Tawaf Qudum, just to clarify. Tawaf Qudum means the welcome Tawaf. So when someone does come, you can do. I know what you mean now.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Just ask one more time. Not that I know, so everyone gets the question. Ask one more time.
So basically, when we're doing Hajj Umrah, we do our Umrah, and then to do this Sa'i that we have to do after Tawaf and Ziyarah, to do it in advance.
Yeah.
We've got to do a Tawaf.
That's correct.
Not the Tawaf, right? So that's Tawaf Qudum, or I don't know, that's how it's.
You understand the question, guys? You know Sa'i, there's Sa'i of Umrah and the Sa'i of Hajj. Sa'i of Hajj. The Sa'i of Hajj is wajib, and there is some flexibility where you can perform that Sa'i even in advance. You can perform that on the 7th or even the 6th or whenever, right? You can perform that before Hajj. Are you guys with me? Stay with me, yeah? So you can perform that. Are you with me? You know, the Sa'i of Hajj, you're on your phone, man. Listen, in Hajj, just like Umrah, you know how you have a Tawaf and you have a Sa'i, right? In Hajj, there's a Tawaf and Sa'i as well. In Hajj, there's a Tawaf and Sa'i. The Sa'i is also wajib, just like in Umrah is wajib, right? Now, that Tawaf, that Sa'i, the long walk, in Hajj, you can do it before going to Mina. You can do it before Mina. So on the 3rd day, which is the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, you don't have to do it. So after you do Tawaf and Ziyarah, you're finished. Yes? But if you want to do that Sa'i, it has to be preceded by a Tawaf. It has to. So if someone, for example, especially this Qiran or Tamattu, by the way, it's nothing to do with Qiran or Tamattu. Just a ruling by it. But I think maybe you're referring to because we're going the day before. But it's nothing to do with it's all free. It's ifrad, tamattu, and qiran. It's nothing to do with the types. Let's stop in 1 minute, guys. We go upstairs, yeah? When we go to, what's the word? So yeah, when we go for, we will go on the 7th, most probably, those who are doing qiran and those who are Fly Express. We will go 1 day before Hajj, 7th of the Hijjah. We will do the tawaf. Sorry, time.
Will there be enough time?
There will be time, but it will be tiring though. Someone's already asked me, I think Rayhan asked me this, and a few people have asked me this.
What time? Roughly what time will we get?
Maybe 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, maybe. I don't know. That will we see we'll see when we get there.
It's definitely going to start on the next day.
It depends on the sign of the moon. It could be 2 days before. But at the moment, because it's Qura, generally they set the dates.
Yeah.
So it's looking like it's going to be 4th of June.
You just go through the Quran, so you said you do the dua.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, it's not to forget Quran. What we're saying is, if you want to do it, because Quran we're doing after, we have to do after a break. If you want to do that sa'i, to make it easy on the 3rd day, because the 3rd day you're doing a lot of walking. You're walking from Muzdalifah to Mina, Mina to Jamarat, Jamarat to Makkah. Then you will freshen up, then you go do Umrah, Tawaf and sa'i. Now to avoid that last sa'i, you do it before you go into Mina. But the question is, because we're going the day before, it might become a bit hectic. If you can, alhamdulillah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that. We'll be fine, believe me guys, we'll be fine. We've done it, alhamdulillah, few Hajj now. You'll be fine. You don't need to worry too much. And you know, I always say, I know people say, oh, it still makes a difference. Well, you've been walking the whole day. I'm sure you can do a 50-minute extra walk. But if you want to, yeah, by all means, you can even do it late night. You have plenty of time, by the way. If you asked about time, let's put my mind now. You have plenty of time because we'll get there 3, 4 o'clock. You do the tawaf. We'll be leaving in the morning from after Fajr. And depending when the coach comes, it could be 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't do my head in. It's another topic I want to explain another time. People they're so adamant on the coach, brother. He will come. Don't worry, relax. Yeah. So once he comes, we'll go to Mina. But it won't be until at least 8 o'clock. I don't think anyone's leaving before 8 o'clock. Right? Approximately 8 o'clock. Yeah. So you have until 8 o'clock in the morning. So you can go and do your sa'i, go and do tawaf and sa'i. There is someone mentioned, and someone, I think it was Sister Fatima, she mentioned, sent me a full document of a certain madhab where they say you can combine the sa'i of Umrah and Hajj. This is not correct. Well, definitely the Hanafi madhab anyway. You can check the other madhab, I don't know. But as far as I'm aware, I think all 4 madhabs, you're not allowed to combine the sa'i, which means you do one sa'i. That would be chilling, brother. Yeah. And also, they said you don't have to tawaf. So what they say is, yeah, you get the point. You can't combine it. There's no such thing as combine. After we go upstairs, guys, have maybe tea and snacks and whatnot, have a little break, and then we continue. Guys, what time should we come back? If you don't ask me, I'll say 5 minutes. Okay, let's aim for, believe me, we've done this so many times. 1/4 past, inshallah. If we say 1/2 past, that means 1/4 to. Because I want to finish by 12:30. Some brothers want to go. Guys, 5 past, the uncle said. Now everyone come back 1/4 past, inshallah. 1/4 past, go upstairs, freshen up, we'll come back, inshallah. Mohammed, how are you? Okay? Oh yeah, you've been messaging me. You keep my head in, yeah? I'm messing about. I'm messing about. Are you okay? No worries. It's just it. That way and take a right. First right, you see. No. You signed by 9. You're like, I'm not coming. You see, you're like, I've done this already.
I just delayed myself getting out of bed.
No, it's cool, man. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Hey, give us program later.
Wait.
Yeah.
Vamos a ver. Bueno, acá tiene. अभी हम आएंगे वो तकरीबन हम 20 दिन बाद आएंगे 20 हाँ इसलिए वो ये पहली बात नहीं इसलिए वो लैपटॉप की बात है वो सब ठीक है ठीक है वो चाय कर दिया अभी
नहीं
चाय पहुंच आ जाओ यार
क्या कितने बजे खत्म करेंगे?
हम तकरीबन 12:30 12:30 हाँ 12:30 इंशाल्लाह
हाँ ठीक है ठीक है
ये अच्छा वो देसी चाय है वो नोट से देसी चाय है ऊपर आ जाओ इधर आ जाओ देसी चाय
देसी चाय
इंग्लिश नहीं है इंग्लिश का
Oh, it's okay right now. Yeah, like, yeah, that's how I want it. Of course. Yeah, just. Now I can do it. I did it. Wait, I didn't want to. Yes, I can think. Yeah. And afterwards, all I can do is not. I'm just trying to get. Good. I'm trying to get him out of the way. Yeah. 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 Because yeah, it's got this on the back, so this one. So yeah, so on the 10th, it's there's something that 3 days of day. But once you've done everything, that's the thing to do. So that's what you can do. Yeah, yeah. Once you get to yeah, I couldn't do this one. Yeah, yeah. Isn't that the one where you said these people? No, yeah, just yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So very nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, this time. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, well, I was at it's about me. Something to do with because I know that nice. That you can have with the shooter. What is it? Right. Yes. Because the ground, which is known as the ground usually and then you find that
Bismillah.
When you're saying this country,
Because if God just stay in the mosque, if God is not for the last 10 days, okay, so how God, we know that God is like, what stays kind of right now. He's coming, yes, because we are the free Hajj, we are the first one. The sooner they after we know what is going on. That's what every day, what they should find out.
so that's what you
Anytime we any must do. But if God does more good. The invention of how shouldn't be too much of a towel. Like my one is still considered towel, it's not too it's nice. I work with Medina, it's not so shouldn't be too thick. Some guys wear those proper thick of what you must be supposed to. You can't wear that. You can't wear that. You can't. That's not how you look. True hot. This is not check it. Good Medina. I got this in 20. You don't know when I was after that, I had you check it out. Because you knew what I had. Since we are
Just what?
Yeah.
I have the presentation.
Brothers who are upstairs, please come down. We're going to begin now. You have to start. Everyone come down, please. Brothers, you can finish off cleaning up and then make your way downstairs, inshallah.
We're running up and down.
Oh my God, sit down here, sit down here. Sit down, sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, yeah. But depends where your hotel is. Yeah. No. You won't go to convention. No. You won't go. Because between is a road. There's a road there. Between the hotel and nah. It does come out really far, but not to the hotel. The hotel's up in the it's a bit hilly. But yeah, it's quite a lot of people in place. It's not like, when people told me, oh, there's gonna be like I think people exaggerate a bit. It's not there's a lot of people, but even in Ramadan there's a lot of people. But yeah, not to the hotel. It goes up to the edge where the marble is. Yeah, but it does. Yeah.
Is Hajj more packed than the last 10 days of Ramadan?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Or more or less the same, you can say.
Same.
Yeah. But it's packed. Yeah, nice. It's packed up.
What package are you?
Sorry. The A13. Yourself?
A15.
How many days is that?
21 days.
Oh, you're in Kiswa.
No, Flight Express.
No, but you're going Kiswa Hotel.
Yeah.
21 days. Yeah.
Are you gonna do Hajj Kiran?
It makes more sense. That's why. Should be done last year. Because we're gonna get there the day before. I know what package you're on. You're gonna get there about maybe 4 or 5 days or something.
Yeah.
Our one's only 1 day, so there's no really point coming out and staying behind. And it's more rewarding than Kiran.
Yeah. But for my package, it's more.
Yeah. It makes it easier for you. How many days are you going to be before 7th of the Hijjah? Yeah.
I think we're going to get there. Maybe.
No. What date? What date for in June? What date? Mahmoud, are we live?
Not yet. I'll be ready.
Let's say 2 minutes. Exactly. Cover. We can finish by 12:30.
So we're going to get to Mecca on the 29th of May.
Yeah, that's the day we're coming to Medina. That's guys. So yeah, it's like 29, 30, 1, 2, 3. It's 4 days extra. It's doable, but yeah, that's tough, man. So you 4, 5, 6. You'd be like 7 days. You'd be in Haram. Basically 1 week in Haram. It's doable though. I know people that I know people who've done 13, 14 days. That's tough though. Is everyone ready? Yeah.
They don't know whether they're going to spend that time at home. Can they keep their media open-ended? So,
Not open meaning.
as in, let's say they want to do Hajj Kiran, but obviously circumstances doesn't permit for them to.
Yeah, but they can't keep it open in the sense that they don't have intention. That's not, they can't do that. So they'll make intention for a certain thing. Let's just say Qiran or Tamattu. Let's just leave Ifrad for a moment. They make niyyah for this coming up anyway. But Qiran and Tamattu, for example, they make intention for either of them. If they're in a state of haze, their Hajj will change to Ifrad. It will automatically change. It will automatically change. But there's a way out of it as well. There's a bit of a technical. The way they will do it is to, I'll explain it now anyway, those brothers who are listening. No, Umrah is scrap now. Umrah is scrap now. They won't do Umrah. What the woman will do, she will go in the state of ihram, a new ihram, but the ihram will be for ifrad. She will make intention for what? Ifrad.
While she's in Makkah,
In Makkah.
that's fine. She doesn't have to go back to Mina.
No. We're talking about the day when she's about to go to Mina. She's in a state of her menses. She has made intention for tamattu' or qiran. She will now go in the state of ihram again. She'll untie her hair, a new ihram, but she will go in the she'll make intention of ifrad. Now the advantage of that is, look, first of all, because she came out of the state of ihram, she will have to give because she's gonna have a shower now. Are you with me? She's gonna untie her hair. She's gonna have a bath, a proper bath. Now, because she went out of the state of ihram, because the only way you can go out of the state of ihram is by shaving the head, right? But she didn't do that, or trimming. She will now have to give a dam. She will give a dam, and she will do intentional ifrad, right? She will continue as usual, a hajj. But in ifrad, there's no qurbani. So she doesn't need to worry too much. Lightning. इसलिए कि वो दिख नहीं सकता, हाँ. And then you understand? So that the qurbani money that she was going to give, she can give them. So it's easier for her. She doesn't have to pay. What is it? That's some point. All right, guys, let's start. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We don't have time. Guys, we are now on the days of Hajj. And for those who've been in Hajj for 3-4 days, this brother just told me now he'll be there on the 29th, going to some Fly Express, one of the groups. They'll get to May on the 29th of 29th of May, which means they'll be in Makkah for 4 or 5 days. And that you'll be doing tamattu. You don't need to get confused anyway. You'll go and do your Umrah, and after Umrah you come out and stay of Ihram. For those who are going the day before, like the other groups, Express group and the Classic group, whatever, they will go the day before, and they will do whatever they want to do, Qiran or whatever, and that will be on the 7th of Dhul Hijjah. Days of Hajj, 7th of Dhul Hijjah. And guys, I mean, I don't know if you guys been watching the. You guys watch Tuesday, or you with the lazy? You guys watch it, right? We've discussed that. I want you guys to know the days at least. Like I said, I'm going to say one last time. I'm not going to say this again. We are not telling you to become muftis. We're not telling you to become muftis, because there's 1,000 masail when it comes to mufti. You'll be shocked what type of masail they go through. We are not telling you to become muftis, but you should know the days at least. What are the days of Hajj in terms of? Don't worry about the June. Even I get confused with that. What it corresponds with. Forget the thing. That it's not a big deal. But you should know the 7th, 8th, 9th. You should know the basic. Come on, y'all. That's so. You spent so much money and you don't even know what day of Dhul Hijjah is. Come on, y'all. It frustrates me, man. Where are you going to art? Where are you going tomorrow? I don't know. Within Tawaf. Doing Tawaf today. But they so. You come on, man. You should know the basic days. Just the 5 days. You should know the 5 before we even go on this. So if I tell you the 5 days, and I know you've done the 5 days, and you've done it in the Tuesday, and we're going to do it this Tuesday, and the Tuesday after that, and the Tuesday after that. So it sticks in your head. But let's do it now, so these days become easy. On the 7th of Dhul Hijjah, which is the day before Hajj. 7th of Dhul Hijjah is? Say louder. 7th of Dhul Hijjah is? The day before Hajj. Because the day of the first day is what? 8th of Dhul Hijjah. 8th of Dhul Hijjah. Where are we going to go on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah? And we could go on the 7th. There is this possibility, but even whenever you go, it doesn't matter anyway. The main thing is, when is the day of Mina? We could even go on the 7th or 6th. I don't know. Muhammad can just turn around, listen, you have to go on the 6th. We don't know. This is rule from the Hajj ministry, but that's irrelevant, because I'm asking you, when is a date of Mina? When is the first day of Hajj? 8th. Where are we going on the 8th? Mina, mashallah. Have you heard of Mina, guys? Yeah? We're going to Mina. And how long are we going to be there for? 1 full day and the night. 1 full day, well, not full day, yeah. From 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, before Zawal, all Dhuhr, you won't pray Fajr there. Fajr will be in Makkah, inshallah. Masjid al-Haram. Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and Fajr. 5 salah, but this is the order. Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and the next day, Arafah, Fajr. So this is the first day. 8th of Dhul Hijjah is Mina. Then we will, in the morning, wake up Fajr, have some breakfast, relax. When the guides tell you, or when it's been told by the seniors, they will tell the guys, and the guys will tell you guys that we'll make our way to the street, jump on the bus, a coach. We will now make our way to Arafah. So this second day is what? It's Arafah. It's Arafah. Arafah is a very important day. It's the pillar of Hajj. It is Hajj. Al-Hajj Arafah, Prophet said. Arafah is Hajj. Now look at the phrase. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Arafah is Hajj. So number 2 is Arafah. And then after Arafah, if those who are watching on Tuesday, this is the night over here. These are days. Consider these fingers and the thumb days. This is Mina. This is Arafah. And this over here is what now? Muzdalifah. You guys are watching Tuesday. You guys will be watching. I see that. Very confident. I like it. So this is Muzdalifah over here. This is Muzdalifah. It's a night. The night of Arafah. 8th of Dhul Hijjah, 9th of Dhul Hijjah. 9th of Dhul Hijjah is Arafah. And we're going to be in Arafah. We will pray Dhuhr day and we will pray Asr day. Only 2 salah. Dhuhr and Asr. We will be the Maghrib time, but we will not pray Maghrib. And that's why I always say, this will be one time in your life where you will pray, one time in your life where you will miss one salah in its time. It's amazing, right? So in Maghrib to Isha, you're not allowed to pray. So the whole time will go, Maghrib time will finish, and you haven't prayed Maghrib. But guess what? You're getting reward. Literally getting reward by Allah. Because Allah told you to do that. Just like Allah told you to pray 5 times, my students always ask me, why? Why would Allah say not to pray Salah for? No, you do have to pray, but not Maghrib in its time. Allah told you to pray 5 times in His time, and now Allah told you in Hajj time, because Hajj is all about submission. Yeah? Allah says, in this time you won't pray Maghrib. When Maghrib time finishes, you will now make your way to Muzdalifah on the night of Arafah, and you will pray your Maghrib and Isha there. Is this coming up before I mention now, so we can just skip it when we get there? Are you guys with me? When we get to Muzdalifah, you find a nice spot, nice space. You will be packed out. Relax, chill out. This is the buzz. The buzz is to be packed out. We don't want your triple, what do you call it, a king-size bed there. This is not what we're going to get. It's going to be packed out. It's going to be tight. And you enjoy it. Just enjoy yourself. Look up the sky. Before you do that, you will collect your pebbles on this night. And now, by the way, we'll talk. I don't know who it was. Uwais Malik's Bazi. Uwais Malik? His father was mentioned. He was mentioning in his house about his father passed away. So to see the other day, he mentioned it before, even when I went in 2017, we slept on the floor. We put a sheet out. You know what you got now? Everywhere carpets, 5-star. And guess what color it is as well? Red carpet. But imagine that, red color. So you don't need to worry, and everyone's worrying so much. Wallahi, we slept on the floor. We slept on the floor, and that was the buzz, that was the night. So there will be no fridges there, there's nothing, there's no AC, there's nothing there. You get those foam boxes, and there will be ice inside, and if you're lucky, there'll be drinks in there. If you're lucky, there'll be pani in there. Otherwise, you're never going to get water. Yeah, so this is Muzdalifah. You find a spot, you sit down, and then you look for your stones. I was saying, all you have to do before, when it was on the street, you just lift you have to go around, and you have to look for your pebbles. You look for your pebbles. Guess what you do now? You lift the carpet, and there's a million stones there. They placed it there from before. So you don't need to worry. Everything's 5-star for you. You guys are special, man. You mans are being serious. VIP, you guys are. VIP in Mina. You'll see when Mina you go there. When we went in 2017, bro, there was nothing, man. It was a tidy place. Trust me, it was scary going in there. The gullies, everything. It was scary, man. There was no water. There was no. Our tent didn't even have a fridge. We were given a box, and that was the thing, cooler box. And not even the proper cooler box. It was like a foam box. We actually made our own fridge, basically. You guys now walk out the thing, 24-hour tea. There's drinks, unlimited drinks, but there's so many drinks. Believe me, we just wouldn't go.
Well,
and there's even the boycott ones. And that's where the topics start. Don't even dare looking at what I drink. I am very strict. In my house, we're very, very strict. But when we get there, we're not purchasing it. Not that I'm telling you. No, listen, I'm not even drinking. It's just a different, we're not purchasing that. It's all free. Yeah, so that's a different thing. But there's water there. Enjoy yourself and whatnot, ice cream, there's everything 5-star, and even the floor, everything. That time they want all this, the astroturf or whatever. What was it called? The artificial grass or whatever. We didn't get that. There's a mess everywhere and everything. That was Mina. And now there's even in Mina before there used to be food that used to come from outside and bacon, cold food, and we were told not to eat that, consume that, because obviously from the time that it's been cooked and brought here in the heat, it's advisable that you don't eat that food. Now they make the food in Mina, 5-star buffet, man. Literally buffet. When I first saw it 2 years ago, I was shocked. I was like, wow. The guys, they're serving you, man. Thinking, wow. But you guys won't understand this because maybe it's your first time. But we've seen those hard days, man. And for those who went in the 90s and 2000s, Allah knows best what happened then, man. They have to make their own tents. And people still complain. I'm telling you now because people will complain. Why this and why this? And they always, people complain too much, honestly. I think I'm trying to train you guys up. Please don't complain. I spent £10,000, bruv, and what is this? Come on, man, relax. Look, if you're gonna complain, no, wallahi, no, serious, no. Complain. But why are you complaining to me for? I'm a guide. Mahmoud over here, he's a guide. His brother over there, Zahir, he's over there, he's a guide. We are guides. Why are you telling me for? Go to Hajj ministry, go meet him. Salaam alaikum, you need to have a meeting. You go and tell him. Why are you telling me for? Complain about this and my room's this and I got answer there and this. Even the hotel, why are you coming to me for? With my room, I'm strict, bro. If you got a problem with the room, then go to the thing. What do you call it? Downstairs, the reception. Go to the. Why are you telling me for? Go to the reception and tell them you got. They'll sort you out. They're all coming to me. Oh, I have bug problem. I have this problem. This damp over here. You're telling me am I going to go to every room and fix their rooms? I'm a guide. I learn up, but this is what I'm telling you the experience for the past few years. That's what a guide is. And some people are complaining about this and Umrah, you have to take me for shopping and bro, I'm not taking you no shopping, bro. You do your own shopping. You have to take what the best. Wallahi, someone's best jubba shop. Go to your own jubba, man. If one day when I'm going for some jubba shop, you come with me. I'm not take you specifically. I'm a guide. To keep saying that, taking jubba shopping, and someone said take us to Kajur shopping. No. That's what they said. I said, look, we help you. We always help in Medina. Just we have Muhammad Bhai has a contact which he's been using for the past 15 years, if not longer. We'll call him. We'll arrange things. I'm not going to take you with your hand. Tell her, Aja, let's go do some this shopping and that shopping and take you every day for Dhuhr and Asr and Maghrib Isha. No, that's not going to happen, bro. And that's no guys are going to be doing that. But we're going to give you the best service as much as we can. Because we can't. How are we supposed to look after 500 kids? Babies. Shall I just tell you a joke? Last one, let's continue this. You know, his father, Muhammad Bhai, he said, are you ready? This is 2 years ago, meaning in 2023. He said, are you ready for Hajj? He said, yeah, I'm ready. He said, I remember this sentence and it will never go out of my mind. Are you ready for Hajj? I said, yeah, I'm ready, man, I'm ready. We packed everything. Yeah, ready. This is my first time as a guide, yeah. So to make sure I was okay. I said, everything's good. I said, yeah, everything's okay. I said, just gonna miss my son, one that's messing around here. I said, don't worry, Mona, don't worry. That time he was a baby. He said, you don't worry about leaving your baby. There'll be loads of babies there. This is what he said. I'll never forget this on the road. There's gonna be so many babies. You won't think of a. But it took me a few moments to like figure out how babies. The babies come there, I can hold them. Then trust me, they're all complaining. Then I understand. Oh, babies understand. Yeah. So guys, don't listen. You go there, you relax. If there's any complaints, look, you make them in the right, and you don't go and complain and to people. It's not going to work. Like just for example, the coach. It's a common thing. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say to you, look, the coach will be there at 8 o'clock. Now, it might not come 8 o'clock. In fact, you know what? It's not going to come 8 o'clock. I'm telling you from now. But you make sure you're there, or I'm going to flip at me. Mahmoud's nice and Zahir's nice. I'll flip at everyone. The Monanas always flip the most. They don't say nothing to us. I told them, you better be there 8 o'clock. I told you to be there 8 o'clock. You be there 8 o'clock. They all come. Now, look, you might not come at 8 o'clock. In fact, last year he came at 2-3 hours after. You sit there. I can't do nothing. This is not from in fact, this is not from Flight Express. This is not from any other group. This is not even from Al Bayt. This is organized by the Hajj ministry. So it's in their hands. We can't do nothing. And it makes sense as well. If you just sit down and just reflect for a moment, they're transferring 2.5 million people from A to B. Like, come on. I think they're doing a good job. If there's a 2-3 hour delay, I think they're doing a fantastic job. Everyone's going to one place. And then similarly from Mina to Arafah, Arafah to Muzdalifah. So you just relax. Sit down. You're not catching a flight anyway. You're not catching a train. Sit down, do some tasbih, relax, enjoy the AC, have some tea, sit and just chill, relax in your hotel until the coach comes. Once the coach comes, you can every 2 minutes. When's the coach? When's the coach? Where's the coach? When's the coach? How long? How long? Have sabr. Sabr. That's what we keep saying. Sabr. Patience. Patience. Fasabrun jameel. Fasabrun jameel. Anyway, guys, we're going too deep, man. Look, 7th day. Prepare for journey to Mina, wear the ihram in hotel, followed by talbiyah. If one wants to perform sa'i before going to Mina, we will explain that. We'll have to perform a nafal tawaf with istiba, ramal, do sa'i with intention of hajj. We will explain that, right? Before. On the same night, transported, and if you don't get it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. On the same night, transported to Mina. That same meaning 7th, this is what used to happen before, by the way. 7th night, could be possible. We could go 7th night, but generally we go on the 8th in the morning. In the bag for Mina, you see your own medication, miswak, one spare ihram, clothes for women. Yeah, one pair will be okay. And one spare ihram, maybe just, you don't have to take both sheets. I'm just saying because it'll be too much in your bag. How much you can take in your bag? So I always take one extra sheet just in case something happens, right? Take a few books, non-perfume wipes, a spray bottle. Spray bottle really helps. Spray bottle really helps. It does for not just for wudu, yeah, because people on the group were saying there's long queues for wudu. I don't think there's long. I mean, it's not always long. It depends when you go. You go 5 minutes before salah, yeah, there's going to be a queue. But I always go. I just got this habit of going 1 hour before. Wake up and just go. There's no queues. Even for the toilet, yeah, there will be a long queue for toilets. There may be long queues for toilets, and they have a separate area for showers, separate area for wudu. So there's a separate queue for toilet, separate queue for wudu. So you have to be ready for that. So you can use a spray bottle, but I prefer doing the wudu properly. It feels good. But spray bottle when you're outside, when you're walking from between Jamarat, Mina, spray your face. It feels really good. It cools you down. Next one, Vaseline for your thighs. Yeah, it gets a bit start having like baby rash. That's what they call it. Yeah, it starts getting really what's the word? Yes, because obviously it's rubbing between your legs. And that's why your ihram is very important. You wear your ihram properly and practice from now, especially those who haven't been and they've never worn it. Umbrella, very important. Sunglasses, sleeping bag, but this will be given. This is maybe before. Remember this stuff, mashallah. Imagine. Inflatable pillow, you're going to get as well. Mobile phone, only for emergencies. Yeah, don't waste time on your mobile phone, please. This is a side thing, side point. Especially those who are going for first time, and it's not even about first time, anytime. I think just for those 5 days, I'm talking to everyone, guides, myself, Hafiz, whoever's here. I think everyone should avoid, man. They should avoid the phones, man. I see people on BBC Sport. Come on, bro. The guy hasn't understood what Hajj is, man. If Hajj, I'm not justifying. I'm just trying to make a slight point. If Hajj was like £200, it might make sense. If you man has spent thousands of pounds, and you're going down BBC Sport and going on Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter and TikTok, forget that, man. Put that away. Sacrifice for 3 days, 5 days. After that, you can do it. I'm telling you, after that, you can do it. Go on your Snapchat, hello guys, and do whatever you want and show your food. But I think on those 5 days, I think you should leave it to a side. I think you should leave it to a side on a strong note. Because I think you'll thank me. Because make it spiritual. Make it between you and Allah. Why are you broadcasting things for? I don't understand this concept of broadcasting thing or put on your snap. I've been Hajj quite a few times, alhamdulillah. I've never put it on my status. Never put on my status. Why are you trying to tell people what you're doing? If you tell people it's supposed to be between you and Allah, I'm not a sincere person. I'm going to be honest with you. So me putting on my Snap, if I don't have Snapchat by the way, I got no Snapchat, no TikTok, nothing. Alhamdulillah, I only have WhatsApp. Yeah. So status, it shows that you're just trying to show the world. Well, why am I going to show people for? I'm doing it for the sake of Allah. And especially Snapchat, I'm here now, guys. I'm in Mina, I'm having my food, and you're showing your play, and you're showing this and showing that. Come on, man. It's supposed to be a connection between you and Allah. Leave the phone, leave everything. You'll feel good, honestly. Yeah, question.
Just to be smart, can you take toothpaste?
You can take it, but you can't use it.
Okay,
Yeah. No toothpaste for the first 2.5 days. When you get to Mina, on the 4th day, you can use it, or 3rd day nighttime. So when you come out of the state of Ihram, then you can use it. Yeah. If menses started, and this is the question the brother asked at the back, next to the half, I forgot his name. What's your name, brother? Muslim. If menses started after she had done the Ihram for Umrah, and she was unable to perform Umrah and Hajj activities start, listen very carefully. For those who have sisters or they're bringing their spouses or wives, listen to this part. Yeah, so listen. Let's make it simple. Don't read this. I'll make it simple for you. Look, a woman, she has made the intention for Qiran or Tamattu, for example. If she made it Ifrad, that's fine. Tamattu or Qiran, she made the intention. She's got to Hajj. Umrah's done. She's still not in the state of Ihram. Now what happens is, now the 7th of Dhul Hijjah has come. In fact, 8th has come. What she will do, she will untie her hair. She will break that Ihram. She will come out of the state of Ihram. She will have a shower, a proper shower, bath with soap, everything. Wear a new pair of clothes, it doesn't matter. But just for example, new pair of clothes, and she goes into a new state of Ihram. Now, she's not doing Qiran or Tamattu. She will now do what? Ifrad. But she didn't do Umrah, it's common sense. Just remember, because Ifrad is only Hajj. Now, because she came out of the state of Ihram without trimming the hair or doing Umrah in the first place, Tawaf and Sa'i, she now has to give what? A dam. Yes? But Ifrad has one of the perks of doing Ifrad is there's no Qurbani. So when the guide comes round to ask, or when you go to the guide to give your money for Qurbani, you don't even need to mention Qurbani. You just give the money. It's fine. It's actually if you just give the 800 riyals for the same amount for qurbani and your dam will be done inshallah. You can mention it, it's better to mention anyway, but it's not, you don't, because the qurbani, your thing's done anyway. But just tell them it's for dam. So you don't have to pay double. Don't worry. Yeah? You haven't got that? Cancel Umrah by making intention to cancel them, undo hair, comb it, come to the Ihram for Hajj and start Hajj A'mal. Start all the doings of Hajj, going to Mina, Arafah, Muzdalifah. She will do qada of Umrah after Hajj. She will do qada because she missed the Umrah. Unless she done ifrad from the beginning, that's different. But if she done tamattu or qiran, she has to qada now of Umrah. She can do it after, it's no big deal. Last year, I think we done 4 Umrahs. I done myself 4 Umrahs with my Hajj group. Give penalty done by sacrificing gold or 1/7 of large animal. Don't worry about this, just go to the guides, they'll sort you out. Days of Hajj, what day are we now? Let's start from the beginning. 8th, go to Mina, perform all the salahs till Fajr. 9th, if you are muqim, perform the full salah. Yes, as Mina nowadays has become as though it is one of the neighborhoods of Makkah. Before, Mina was actually separate to Makkah. But what they've done, they've added it into the boundaries of Makkah. You understand? Yes, you pray 5 salah, I've already mentioned it, on the first day, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and Fajr on the 9th of Dhul Hijjah. Here in Mina, you read Quran, zikr, including talbiyah, reciting, resting, relax. Only thing you shouldn't do, guys, even if you sleep, as Sheikh Zakaria Rahmatullahi will say, is sleep. Even sleeping is rewarding. You sleeping in Mina is rewarding. But don't talk about worldly life or what's going on, how's work, what car do you have? No. Come on, bro. What do you do for a living? Come on, man, that's not a time. You can ask after the 5th day. After the 5 days of Hajj, ask everything. But on these, I'm asking for 5 days. Come on, guys. That's so fair. Other ulama will say, no, not even during your Hajj time. 5 days, I'm saying, just the 5 days. Don't ask about these things. How are you? That's it. Keep to yourself, especially those who are going for the first time. Let's finish this slide first. Preparing for the next important day. So these are the things to do. I've already mentioned in the Tuesday. Quran. Recite a bit of Quran. Do adhkar. And what is the best adhkar? Talbiyah. Talbiyah is dhikr and is a dua at the same time. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik labbaik la sharika lak. That's the best dua to make. The whole day, do that dhikr of Allah, including talbiyah and resting. Rest as well. It will be hot. Make sure you eat. Make sure you drink. Stay hydrated. That's it. Resting. And prepare for the next day. You got a very, 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 very important day the next day. Question?
Yeah, I was just going to say, in Mina, is there going to be like a prayer area where we all do like praying?
We'll pray in the tent. We're all going to pray in the tent. Where we sleep. Yeah, Jama'ah, yeah. There'll be a timetable. There'll be a timetable on the wall as well. What times the salah will be. Except 1 or 2 maybe, but yeah, all the salah time will be. We pray together. That's it. You know, when I went first time, I asked the same question. I thought we have to go out the tent and we make our way to another Jama'ah. Like a masjid. No, you can't. It wouldn't work. How can 2.5 million people pray? Even if 20,000 people are going to pray. So we just pray in our tent. Because the beds, the cushion bed always, what do you call them? Sofa bed. You just close them up. They actually fold up. And that is what we will tell everyone to do. So you fold them up and that's where you pray salah. Yeah. This is how the tent looks in, what do you call it? In Mina. But now, look, if you look at this tent, I know it's been very specific, but look, if you look at these sofa beds, look, you know these sofa beds, look. So when we went in 2017, this is what sofa bed we had. In fact, 2020, not 2024, 2023, you had these. This year now, so basically, if you open them up, if you were to lie down, by the way, those who are very, very big, you're going to have a very hard time because you only get one of those. No, be serious. So, yeah? So you sleep on this. She says fine. So over here, this sofa bed, when you lie down, it's just about good enough for me, a slim person, right? So if you look right, the guy's face will be in your buta, basically. Right? But now, last year was the first year, what they've done, each one it has a compartment, it's actually a compartment. So when you put it down, there's actually, what do you put it, like a little barrier. Like a barrier between. It's all separate. Before it was you sleep, you turn around, bro, the guy's next to you. The guy's snoring, spitting, a lot of barakah being transferred. But now it's a barrier. Each one has a barrier. So when you sleep, what I do is I put the whole it does get a bit cold at times. So I put the ihram on top of each of my barriers. And then, you understand? So I'm just trying to explain to you guys how you guys have 5-star. Before it wasn't like that. Before this is the type of sofa bed you'll get. Yeah. And this will be bigger. This is a small tent, by the way. This is actually a small tent. It'll be way bigger. This is a bit like what we're going to receive, inshallah. Okay, now we're on the 9th of Dhul Hijjah. So we've arrived in 9th of Dhul. This is the day, by the way. So you know, on the second day of Hajj, a very important thing that we have to remember. It's not just for the people of UK or around the world. Takbir tashriq will start, which is wajib upon every single Muslim, male and female. Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, lillahi alhamd. We will recite this after every salah. So this will begin on the Fajr Salah on the 12th, 9th, all the way to the 13th of Dhul Hijjah, Asr time. First read the Takbir, then the Talbiyah. If this will be done, we'll do both, by the way. We don't do this in London. So everyone in the tent will do Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, lillahi alhamd, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika laka. Obviously slowly, very slowly. But we'll all recite together. It's quite amazing. Yeah. This we don't do in London, obviously. Yeah, we don't do it. We only do the Allahu Akbar in London. In the morning after Fajr, we'll be taken to Arafah. This is the most important rukn of Hajj. To remain in Arafah from Zawal to sunset is wajib. So from Zawal, which is approximately 12 o'clock, till sunset, not farad, is wajib. The whole time. So if someone just came 5 minutes for no reason, he might have to give them. You have to go to Mufti for that. So even if, as long as someone gets there for 5 to 10 minutes, his Hajj is done. But if someone didn't go to Arafah, he has to return the next year. Tawaf ziyarah, there is some leeway because you can return. The only thing is that husband and wife is not halal. But there is some leeway in Tawaf ziyarah. But Arafah, there's been times, Muhammad Bhai will tell us, where these young chokre, these young lads, they thought they were big men, they were arguing with and fighting with the soldiers. They just locked them up, honestly. They locked them up and they came out after Hajj. The Hajj is finished, bro. It's finished. They have to come back next year, go on nusuk. Start the whole procedure again. No, that's why don't mess around. Don't do no garbar. Don't mess around. Go there, do your Hajj and come back. So this is farad. You have to go to plain of Arafah. It was narrated from Prophet ﷺ. This is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala boasts to the angels. Allah boasts to the angels in the heaven, say, look at these slaves. They've all come to Arafah only for one thing, to ask for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgiveness. These are all narrations of Arafah. We're doing this, we don't want to waste time in this. Not waste time, but we've done this in the Tuesday thing. One thing everyone generally asks is about Jabal Rahmah, you know, that the mountain where Arafah is. Can we go there? Well, obviously you can go there. Everyone can go there. But it's advised that you don't go there because it's a bit of a walk. It's going to be in the afternoon. It won't be at night time. And it's one of the reasons it'll be really, really hot. People think, no, I'm tough, I'll do it. Allah knows best what happens over there. Yeah. Number two, it's not even about the heat. I personally believe it's not just about the heat. No, it's not just about the heat. All the tents look the same. Let alone all the different tents in different areas. Our camp itself is so confusing. Just our camp. When you go in the camp, there's maybe 50 tents, 60 tents, 70, I don't know, 100 tents. All of them look the same. It takes you one or 2 hours to get used to where your tent is. Now you told me when there's 2.5 million people, you're gonna lose the weight. Don't ring me if you lost, man. Don't ring me. I'm gonna look at you. I'm start making dua. I'm taking dua for you, bro. So please, the best thing to do, and by the way, there's no extra reward going there. It's just a nice buzz. I've never been there, by the way. I've never been there in Hajj time. There's no extra reward going there, by the way. There's no extra reward. Let's make that clear. It's just a nice buzz, nice environment. Same in Arafah. And we're not going there for a nice environment anyway. We're not going for some buzzed out or things like that. We're going there for dua. Instead of walking there, I always advise, instead of walking there, why do you make dua in Arafah? The day of Arafah is the day for dua. You understand? This is the more things that you can do. We'll mention this in the what to do. Arafah, what to do. Dhuhr Salah and Asr Salah will be combined in Dhuhr time. Listen very carefully. Yeah? Dhuhr Salah and Asr Salah will be combined in Dhuhr time. Joining of Dhuhr and Asr is only behind the Imam of Masjid Namira or Namira or Nimra in Arafah. You know, there's a masjid called Masjid Nimra. Over there will be a jama'ah, there will be a khutbah. That masjid is only open for one salah the entire year. Quite amazing, right? 365 days, for one salah, the masjid is open. Masjid Nimra, and there's a khutbah, there's a salah there. They combine the Dhuhr and Asr, which the Prophet did do when he did Hajj. However, that's when everyone prays together. Because now he's calmed down. But you know, back in the days, I was told in the truth, there was actually fighting in Arafah. We should combine, the Prophet combined. But listen, say the same thing every day. In our tent, Fly Express tent, we are going to pray separate. 10 years from now. So we pray Dhuhr and we will step back. And then, in Arafah, right? Pray Dhuhr, there will be no jama'ah. Sorry, from the guides or for the imams, shuyukh of Fly Express. Whoever wants to combine the Dhuhr Asr, no arguments. In fact, I'm not going to allow anyone to argue. We don't want no fighting. Even when we went, all the years that we went, there's always brothers who are praying together, no problem. But I'm saying as a full jama'ah, that's not going to happen. According to the Hanafi school of thought, which makes more sense to us anyway, in this regards, that we will pray separate. Dhuhr in Dhuhr time, Asr in Asr time. Why? Because the combining is only in the main jama'ah. There is a main jama'ah, the big jama'ah in Masjid Nimra, where the khutbah happens. There's actually an actual khutbah, like khutbah for Jumu'ah and for Eid. There's a khutbah for Arafah, which is a wajib on the ummah. But it's a farz kifaya and it will be done there. You can actually walk there as well, but it's a long walk. Advised to go there. Everyone get it? It's according to the Hanafi school of thought. Stand and worship. When tired, sit down. We already mentioned this in the Tuesday. What should you do in Arafah? Read a bit of Quran, do some adhkar, make a target of doing a certain amount of Durood Sharif, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. Relax over there as well. Don't overburden yourself. Why? Because you do have a few heavy days coming up, exhausting days coming up. Take some rest as well. 2-3 hours, go to sleep. And then you should make dua on this day as well. Make dua inside, make dua outside. Everyone, even Muhammad Bey, is one thing which is amazing, that he's busy the whole day, but there's one time he makes don't follow me now. And it's quite amazing that until Arafah, forget 1 day, 2 days like us, except Mahmoud and Abu, they've been trying really hard. I've been just relaxing, chilling. Yeah? But for the past 6-7 months, Muhammad Bey's been, he hasn't put his phone down. That's the time he'll put his phone down. Because now he will go somewhere, he'll make dua. I mentioned that on Tuesday, right? You go, because that's a special day for dua. This is Hajj. Al-Hajju Arafah. Umrah Arafah is Hajj. So go somewhere. Don't go with your boys. Don't go with your friends. You go straight down, take a right, straight down, left, right, left. Go somewhere. There's no one day. Make dua. And make some dua. Mawlana Shaykh always says, make some dua in the heat as well. Don't just sit inside nice, because the AC in Arafah is nice, cold. Don't just sit in the cold. It will be really, really hot. It does feel good when you go in that tent. Honestly, it does. I'm telling you. It feels amazing. I love it. But go outside. Make some dua outside, man. But make a time. So make some dua time at Dhuhr, around 1:30. Go back inside. Don't be outside for too long. Make sure you take an umbrella. Be sensible. But don't just be sitting inside the tent and just relaxing and enjoying the AC. Come on, man. Don't do that. And especially after Asr. There will be a collective dua, but around just before Maghrib, that's a very special time. Don't be talking. Go outside and make dua. This is Masjid Nimra, by the way. Look, and everyone can see it's packed out. Over here, you will combine the salah. Dhuhr and Asr, you will combine the salah here. There will be Jama'ah of Dhuhr and Asr, but not in meaning Asr will be prayed in Dhuhr time. Yeah? Asr will be prayed in Dhuhr time, but not in the tents, because we're praying a separate. Those who do not join this salah in this congregation, whoever doesn't, no, they'll pray separately. Oh, yeah, be quiet. Okay, from Arafah now, so perform Asr. After Asr, continue Ibadah till sunset. After sunset, you will not read your pray Maghrib in Arafah, but rather in Muzdalifah. Continue Talbiyah when group terms. You will make your way to Muzdalifah. Everyone get that? You pray Dhuhr, you pray Asr. There will be speeches as well, by the way. In Mina, there will be speeches. Arafah, there will be speeches, inshallah, reminders, whatnot. After Maghrib, and if you all make dua from now, that inshallah our coach comes quickly for Fly Express as well. Sorry, I meant for Fly Express. Yeah? Other groups, no, we have to be selfish, brothers. Yeah, bro. In Hajj, you be selfish. Yeah, bro. We can't say, "Oh, I'm going to help the up." No. Not joking. So we make dua to Allah. All the groups, we're all taking quickly, inshallah. Yeah, especially our camp. Yeah, our camp, all of us. No. I mean, all our camp means everyone. It means Fly Express and Hajj Umrah. We're all together, by the way. Al-Bayt, we're all together in one camp. So we all get to go quickly, inshallah. Yeah. And then we make, because it's nice to get to Muzdalifah around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, latest. 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 2 years ago, we got there around 9 o'clock. It's amazing. So we can sleep there. It's nice to sleep the night, because that's the best night you'll have. So when your group tells you, you have this last look, and this is Qadr. This is not from Fly Express. This is not from Muhammad Bey. So stop going to Muhammad Bey and doing his heading. What are you going to get out of going to his dad? It's nothing to do with him. It's Hajj ministry. Go to him. Go to them. The last year was deep. And it's not our fault. It's nothing to do with Al-Bayt. It's nothing to do with his dad. Nothing to do with Fly Express. Nothing to do with Al-Bayt. It's the Hajj ministry. We got to Mina, Muzdalifah around maybe 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock. Which I felt bad for the Hujjaj, because we've done Hajj already. So we make dua from now. So we get to Muzdalifah, and I want everyone to make this dua from now until we go for Hajj. We want to get to Muzdalifah at 10 a.m. 10 p.m. Sorry. 10 p.m. We want to get there for 10. Don't make 10 a.m. Yeah, 10 p.m. so then we can relax the whole night. Yeah, and keep water with you. Make sure one very important point, and I always do this: go toilet in Arafah. Make sure, because the toilets in Muzdalifah is going to be rough. The rough toilets. Mina is very, very clean. Arafah gets less clean, and Muzdalifah is even more less clean. And it's not, if you can, especially once you get there, because you'll be packed out, you'll be long queues. So do everything, relieve yourself in Arafah. Any questions?
I was just gonna say, I've heard that from Arafat to Muzdalifah, basically the coaches are just like it's so packed out and stuff.
Depends what year. Every year is different. Last year was different. It wasn't like the last year. The coach, they just won't come in. It was less coaches, maybe traffic elsewhere, or less coaches from the government. We don't know. There's no exact reason. But it could be. It depends on the year.
One saying, can you walk in Muzdalifah?
You can walk it. You can, but you should know the way.
No, nobody's walking.
No. What I meant, it's not advanced at all. You mostly get lost.
Oh.
Because Muzdalifah is not even Arafah and Mina, there's tents. At least you can, there's something there. Muzdalifah, you'll 100% get lost. Because you're out sleeping outside and it's dark and everything looks the same and everyone looks the same. No, real talk. So you'll get lost. Where are you going to go? So no, I think, yeah, that is the rule. I think no one's walking from Arafat to Muzdalifah, yeah.
Arafat, if the designated Imam in a tent combines the Zohar and Asr.
Good question. Look, if someone in the tent, if the Imam is combining, then that's self-preference. Those who want to, and they follow the Hanafi mazhab, no, they shouldn't pray. They shouldn't pray with the Imam. But those who follow that, no problem. Follow it. But if I was to go in that tent and I was a Haji, no, I wouldn't. Because I follow the Hanafi school of thought. So I will pray the Dhuhr, I will step back and pray my Sunnah, let them pray the Asr. No arguments, no problem. Once in Muzdalifah, perform Maghrib and Isha. Lord, remember we missed the Maghrib? Are you guys with me? Is everyone getting tired or is everyone with me? Yeah, everyone's with me, yeah? We're going to finish soon. Don't worry, brothers. Everyone's going home, yeah? So Muzdalifah, guys, when you get there, the first thing you'll do, obviously find your little spot, and then you can't do one big jama'ah. It's not possible, yeah? Unless you get there first. There was one year we got there first. I think 2019 we got there first. There was no one there. So then everyone can pray together. Otherwise, it will be packed. You'll have to look for space between maybe 3, 4 of you, 5 of you, 6, 10 of you, 20 of you. You have to, So there'll be a few imams anyway from the group, Hafiz lot as well. Just make your own jama'ah. And you will pray Maghrib and Isha together. Maghrib and Isha together. 2 takbeers, not 1 takbeer. So first 2 takbeer, Allahu Akbar, and pray Maghrib. After Maghrib, no Sunnah. Meaning at that moment, you don't pray Sunnah, you don't delay it. You stand up straight away, takbeer, Isha, and then pray all your Sunnahs after. And by the way, this ruling of Sunnah, Witr, we should pray, by the way. I always say this. Yeah? We should always, especially going there. Imagine going to Haram and the best place and you're everything chutti. So you're not praying no Sunnah, no Witr, you pray. No one's praying Sunnah, no one's praying Nafil. Come on now. You should pray a Sunnah, you should pray a Nafil as well. One thing that you will do, a very important thing, and people haven't done this, they don't get their stones from Muzdalifah. You have to get your stones from Muzdalifah and you will get a total of how many? 49. 49.
If you're doing the extra day, then
Extra day, yes, you add number 21. Is a thing. Which makes, I think, 50, 70. Because that's if you are doing, whoever's staying. But if you're not, then it's 49, and you should always get extra, like they always say. Always get those extra 2 free. The first day you don't have?
It's like just when we give the extra day.
Extra day is self-preference if they want to go. Yeah. It's nothing to do with you. It's up to you. Last year, many people went from out, even from my group. It's their choice. So 7, 21, 21, because the first day, which is the 3rd day, where are we now, by the way, guys? We've done Mina. This is 8th, which is Mina. 9th, which is Arafat. This is the night, is Muzdalifah. We wake up and we're here now. Over here is the 3rd day, which is known as Yawm al-Tarwiyah. At the same time, it's Yawm al-Nahr, is the day we celebrate the Eid around the world. But we don't have no Eid, by the way, yeah? There's no Eid for us, no khutbah for us, nothing. You might think I'm quite weird here, but when I went for my first Hajj, I thought there's going to be Eid namaz. No, wallah, I'm not lying to you, I'm being serious. I was like, where's the Eid salah? I said, bro, there's no Eid salah for you, man. I thought, wow, man, that's deep, man. We come all the way here, no Eid salah, I thought we're all going to hug each other, There's no Eid salah for us. But yeah, so this is the 3rd day. When we wake up on this morning now, the morning finished now, this is the 3rd day. It's the Eid day it's the 10th of Dhul Hijjah. By now, we've got our stones. So remember the stones, we will make our way to Mina. There's 2 ways you can go. either the coach or the bus, whatever, or you can walk it. I would advise walk it. But there will be two groups. There will be two groups assigned by Muhammad Bey. This group is the walking group, and this group is, the guides. The guides. This guide will be taking the walking group. This guide will be taking the for the bus and the coach. So those who want to take the bus, I would advise listen, walking. It's better to walk. It's about 40 minutes, 45-minute walk. Nice walk. And the morning is cool anyway. You make your way to Mina. When you get to Mina, if someone remains in Muzdalifah even for a little while after Subh Sadiq, the wuquf is wajib. Sadiq, the wuquf which is wajib will be performed. Because the night time, by the way, to stay in Muzdalifah is sunnah. To stay in Muzdalifah is sunnah. But after Subh Sadiq, the wuquf means to stay. Wuquf Arafah, wuquf Mina. Wuquf Muzdalifah is after Subh Sadiq. I guess with me? Subh Sadiq. So even if it's even if 5 minutes, the wuquf is done. But generally we stay a bit longer. But you can't leave before Subh Sadiq. Some groups, they leave at 3 a.m. You'll see them, honestly. You'll see it, watch. You're going to see many things. I think we are there. So they leave at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. now. Especially according to Hanafi school, you're not allowed. You have to stay until Subh Sadiq. And after Subh Sadiq, you have to stay in Muzdalifah. Because if you don't, your Hajj is done, but you have to give them. Because you didn't stay, you didn't do the wuquf. Just before sunrise, one will proceed back to Mina. What some people do is, groups is, they make their way before Subh Sadiq, and they make their way towards Mina. Now on the way, Subh Sadiq will take place, but then after that, what happens is they'll pray Fajr in, what's it called? In Mina. That could also happen, but it's better just to pray Muzdalifah, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah? These are your pebbles. They even give you, generally, they give you a bag as well. Al-Bayt's been giving a bag for the past 2 years. Little small bag. And you'll have 7/21/21. Why is it 7/21/21? It's coming up again anyway, because the first day, which is this day now, after when we leave Mina to go directly to Jamarat, we'll only pelt one shaitan. There's 3 shaitans. Yeah? So we'll miss the first one, second one, and the third shaitan will pelt, and we're only going to stone 7 times. What are you saying about Mina? Once in Mina now, our duty for today is to pelt the big Jamarat. Stop talbiyah with first pebble. This is where I got a mistake in here, sorry. So the talbiyah is for Hajj is not tawaf, is Jamarat. When you reach Jamarat, on the 3rd day now, this 3rd day you got a few things to do. We'll go to Mina. After Muzdalifah, we will go to Mina. Morning, have some breakfast, relax. If you can, go to sleep for a little while. And when the guides tell you, when it's told by the seniors, we'll make our way to Jamarat. And this will go as a group, all of us together. Yes? And we'll go to Jamarat. We have to pelt one shaitan. The moment we pelt the first pebble, we'll stop talbiyah. There's no more labbaik now. Which is quite a sad moment for me, honestly. There's no more labbaik now. Until you go and do your next umrah, if you are going to do umrah, then you do labbaik. Recite dua with each pebble. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. And by the way, you don't throw like this, you don't need to, because it's a gesture of humiliation. So it's like, shaitan, bro, I'm going to get you like this. I'm going to get rid of you like this. Not for and pure. I know we hear the same joke, but it's a serious matter that people. It could be bid'ah, and it could be. I know it's like a joke. I know. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. People take their slippers off, and they throw slippers. They throw things. They take things in their bag to throw things. It's actually if you're doing that as a reward, that could be a bid'ah. You can get sin for that. If it's just jazbat, if it's just like a bit of emotion, you get the chapal and throw it. That's different. But someone does it for reward, it could be a sin. And the way to do it is this. It's just like this. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Bismillah, not throwing it there. Coming. One guy was doing that. He took his. Have you seen it? It's on CCTV. He used his he used a machine gun. This is not sunnah. Yeah, I think he was very jazbat. He was very emotional. I don't know if you guys see it. You see that very famous video. He used his stick. His crutch. He was using that as a machine gun. That's not sunnah. He's not getting reward for that. Yeah. Recite dua, which Bismillah Akbar. Everyone who is fit must pelt. By the way, this is wajib. This is one of the wujub. You can't leave it out. If I had more time, I would go into some deep maslas and something which happened last year and the previous years. This you have to do yourself. You have to go to. You can't give it to your friend. Yeah, you just go for me. You can't do that. If you do that, you'll have to give. Your Hajj is done, but you'll have to give dam. Up to £300, £400, depends on how much the dam is. The time for this is from sunrise to Subh Sadiq of the 11th. Now this is going to be confusing for you to remember all the timings, because the 3rd day The stoning of the third day, yeah, which is the first, which is the 10th, that day starts from sunrise. The stoning for the 4th day and the 5th day, which is coming up, it starts when? Zawal. You can't pelt before Zawal on these 2 days. Remember, this is pelting, this is pelting, this is pelting. Are you guys with me? This is Mina, this is Arafah, this is Muzdalifah, pelting, pelting, pelting. And this you can say it's Mina, Mina, Mina as well at the same time. On this day, you only pelt one shaitan, but this pelting day, the time begins when? This day. Sunrise. You're right. Sunrise till the next day, Subh Sadiq. So you have approximately 1 day. These 2 days is Zawal. Zawal is like basically 12 p.m. You can't stone before 12 p.m. If you do, it's not done. That's why you'll see those videos. People, because it's really hot, what they do, they go in the morning. But this is not advised because there's rulings to the groups. Some people who live closer to the Jamarat, they'll go there and they'll sit in the Jamarat. It's quite amazing. No one's pelting. And they'll just sit there, thousands of people just sitting there doing dhikr. And they'll wait until Zawal and then they'll make their way and they'll pelt. So there's timings, guys. Everything has rule. Like Salah, Dhuhr has time. You can't just pray Dhuhr in time. There's timing for pelting. I want to say one last time because everything else is quite easy. This day, the third day when we just came back from Muzdalifah, Mina, we're going to go to Jamarat. That day pelting, which is this first day of pelting, sunrise. It's already begun anyway. It's going to be when Muzdalifah really. So you can do it anytime. And sunrise until the next morning. But these 2 days now is from Zawal. That's why people always ask because it's really hot. It's really hot, 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Someone say, why can't we just go after Fajr and go in the morning? Why can't we just go in the morning like 8 a.m.? Nice and cool. He said, no, it hasn't started yet. The pelting time hasn't started. Understand? Mina, 10th Hijjah, this is what you have to do really. This is how the shaitan looks, by the way. And to me, this looks at the top floor. Yeah? The top floor, the 3rd floor, yeah? So there's ample space, man. There's space all because you can pel on all sides. On the right, left, behind. It's very easy now. Before it was like 100% someone dies over here. It's not like that anymore. You understand, Muhammad? Like you mentioned, no one dies. Yeah, look, Jamarat top level, I told you. So there's actually 3 or 4 levels. 4 levels. Plenty of space. You go there, you pelt the shaitan. And each time you pelt the shaitan, by the way, the group will tell you anyway, you will go on the right hand side and you right or left. On the side of the stone of the shaitans, and you will what's the word? You make dua facing the Qibla. The Sunnah of the Prophet, you make dua. And by the way, a quick thing is just you have to clarify this: shaitan is not there. Shaitan is not there. There's no shaitan there. Shaitan everywhere. Shaitan is not there. All we're doing is we're doing an action, a gesture which Ibrahim alayhi salam did. This is the place where he was walking with his son Ismail alayhi salam. And on the way, because he was told by Allah, you have to sacrifice your son. So on the way, there were 3 stones. 3 places. Shaitan came to him. Shaitan said to Ibrahim alayhi salam, Ibrahim, what are you doing? You're the Khalil of Allah. You're the friend of Allah. You just ask Allah. Allah will give you another task. Allah doesn't want you to sacrifice your son. Ibrahim alayhi salam got vexed. He got angry. He got some stones and he threw at the shaitan. And then he walked on. That was the first shaitan. Then the second shaitan. 3 times it happened. But Allah loved that so much, that gesture and the action of Ibrahim alayhi salam, Allah said everyone has to do this until Qiyamah. It's amazing. So that's why we do it in this part of Hajj, it's wajib. And by the way, this pelting is called Rami. What is it called? Ramal is what? Soldier walk. Remember these words, yeah? Ramal. Ramal is the soldier walk, and Rami, because Rama means to pelt. So Ramiyun will mean to pelt. The Qurbani will be done. So on this day now, you will have to wait. The 3rd day, look, you pelt the shaitan. And what we can do after pelting shaitan, we're going to make our way to Makkah. Long walk, another long walk, guys, yeah? When you get to Makkah, we go to our hotel, we'll wait for the guys to tell us. Once they tell us that the Qurbani has been done, you don't shave your head or trim the hair until the Qurbani is done. Until the Qurbani is done. The Qurbani will be done when Muhammad Bey tells us as guides, and the guides will tell you, or your whatever group you're in, right? And then he will partially come out of ihram. Why does he partially for? Partially out of ihram for those people who are married. For those who are not married, they're out of ihram because they don't have a wife. Yeah. I'm not gonna say. So partially out of ihram, because When you come out of the third day, Qurbani, what's the word? Yeah, Qurbani does not take you out of state of ihram totally. Everything except one thing, which is except intimate relation, marital relations, your wife or the husband, yeah? That's not halal until you done what? Tawaf ziyarah. Once tawaf ziyarah done, then everything's fine. Meaning everything except the wife. We done that. Makkah tawaf ziyarah. Now we will return to Makkah to perform tawaf ziyarah. This is, you can do it with ihram as well. It's not a big deal. We, for the past 2 years, because I was in Azizia, we didn't have ihram, but we were out of the state of ihram because Qurbani was done. And tawaf ziyarah is farad. Just like Arafah, there's two major actions. Two actions which are farad. One is Arafah and one is tawaf ziyarah. Obviously, the ihram is not really an action, it's just a state. But two things you have to do: Arafah and tawaf ziyarah. And tawaf ziyarah is farad, you have to do it. And you can do it in normal clothing. And this is one sa'i, Safa Marwa, is possibly you will do it in your jubbah. Because when you do Umrah, you can never do sa'i in your jubbah, can you? Never. But you will do it possibly on this day. Tawaf ziyarah needs to be done by sunset of the 12th. So you have about 3 days to do it. The 10th, 11th, and 12th. It can be delayed if you have a reason. If you have a reason, for example, menses for a woman, she's allowed. And a man, if there's a reason, hospital, anything is to be allowed. If sa'i was not done before, then there will be ramal in the tawaf. Soldier walk, right? And this, after you go to the haram, you do your tawaf, which we explained already. Then you will go and do your sa'i, which is wajib. You have to do a sa'i. Yeah. If halak was done and a person has come into ordinary clothes, then no istiba. Otherwise, yes. If sa'i was done before, then only tawaf needs to be performed. Everyone understand? Remember the sa'i? We said that sa'i can be done in advance. If that was done, then you only have to do tawaf. Then you're chilling. But if you haven't done it, then you have to go and do a sa'i. After that, guys, we don't have to follow this too much because we're going to be here the whole day. I'll try to finish in 10 minutes. After you've done that sa'i, you'll go, Ebrahim. After you've done your sa'i now, you will go back to the hotel, you relax, you chill until your guys give you further instructions. Either you will return on that night, which is the 10th, yeah, Eid night or the third night, which you guys been walking. By the way, I said this last year. I'm trying to train you guys up. Everyone, all the guys. You need to understand what the third day is. It's a lot of walking. You will be tired. You will be exhausted. You will be frustrated. Just don't take the frustration out on us. Yeah, no, serious, no. Just everyone's tired. I'm tired as well. Everyone's tired. Everyone's tired, right? We're all human beings. What guy does some super? They think we're Batman from I don't know what you call it, Spider-Man or something. Actually, man, I think all together. We're guides, man. For God's sake. So we're human beings. So we've been doing so much for the past few days. Everyone will be tired because that's going to be a rough day. So what we will do, there will be two groups. Now it's possible that you could stay the night in Makkah as well. The 10th night, you'll stay in Makkah, and the next day on the 11th, you will go to Mina. But there will be one group. It's a possibility that if there's means, you will make your way to Mina on the 10th. That you don't need to worry about that. When we get there, Muhammad Bhai will do mashwara with us. We'll tell you what's going on. So either way, either we go to on the 11th or we go on the 12th, right? Now, yeah, look, let's get to this. Don't read for now. When we get to, because it's very simple now. Where are we? Can you start again one more time? Where are we? What's the first day? Mina. What day is it? 8th of Dhul Hijjah. Then it's Arafah. That night is Muzdalifah. Then it's Mina. On this Mina day, or the first Jamarat day, Jamarat, also Mina. We will go pelt the shaitan. How many shaitans? One shaitan. After that, we're going to go to Makkah. We're going to do Umrah, basically. Yeah. It's not really Umrah, but yeah, it's Tawaf, Sa'i, relax in the hotel. When time allows us, we will go back to Mina for this night. That's the ideal situation. But it doesn't matter even if we get Mina here, it's fine. Because Mina is not farad, it's not wajib, it's sunnah. It doesn't mean we don't follow it, of course, but if we're tired and everyone's tired, not me, if everyone's tired and we stay in the hotel, relax in the hotel, the next day we'll go to, which is here, we will go to Mina. But inshallah, we try our best to get to Mina on this night. We go to Mina, we stay the night on the third night and the fourth night. And here on these, basically in Mina now, all we're doing is the same thing that we done the first day. We relax, read some Quran, we'll be in our normal clothing as well, by the way. And we relax, we have some nice food, take it easy, On this day, on both these days, so on this day now, 4th day, we wake up and after around 2 p.m., 3 p.m., we'll make our way to Jamarat as a group. We'll make our way to Jamarat, we'll pelt all 3 shaitans. We go round and we make our way straight back to Mina. There's no benches there where you sit down and have a picnic. You come straight back. It's a tough walk. So walk there, walk back. But it's not too hard considering the walk, the steps that we've done on the 3rd day. So it'll be like a 2.5 hour walk maximum. Come back. We stay in Mina the 4th night. And then 5th day, we do the same thing. We wake up, when Zawal time, have some breakfast, Zawal time, after Zawal, we make our way again to Jamarat for the 5th day. And that day again, this day, only 1 shaitan. This day, 3 shaitans, 3 shaitans. And then from there, we have to walk back to Makkah. Just like we done on the 3rd day. But at least there's no tawaf. What's the thing that we missed? One point I always give this, you know jubbas. It's not sunnah or anything. It's just, I remember this from my teachers. It's advised, don't wear white. You might think, what kind of advice is that? In Umrah and Hajj, whenever I go Saudi, I always wear white. Don't wear the reason is because you might get dirty. You're going to be there for 2 days. You're not returning to things. So wear like a bluish, even black, whatever. Just so it doesn't get dirty, like a blue jubba. Some advice on the because you will get dirty and then you only have, unless you bring, how many jubbas you going to bring there? Yeah, you won't have any more jubbas. Just a side point. After that, guys, when you return to, are you sure, guys? I don't mind. We do have just a few minutes. Are you sure everyone's understood the 5 days? Yeah? We'll do this on Tuesday, so we'll keep doing it over and over again. We're finished now. Everything's done. The only thing left now is Tawaf al-Wida. Yeah, the farewell Tawaf. And it's wajib. You have to Tawaf al-Wida before leaving Makkah. Whether me leaving Makkah for Jeddah or coming back to UK or leaving Makkah to go Medina. You have to do it. Only exception is women who are on their menses. It will be waived if they're on their menses. They don't have to do it. No, is there any dump. So Tawaf al-Wida is just Tawaf 7 times. And we have to make sure you have the intentions right. Tawaf is Ziyarah. This is Tawaf al-Wida. Wida means farewell. The farewell Tawaf. All of this thing, don't worry about it. It's just too much. We don't need to go into this. And this is penalties. Don't even go into that as well. Inshallah, no one gets a penalty. So we don't need to go into this. But it's in much detail. If anyone has that, we go over it. Any questions? This is it. There's many things I can say, but I'm trying to keep it short for you guys.
In your personal opinion, after we come out of Ihram camp, do you recommend wearing slippers or trainers?
Self-preference, man. Sandals are comfortable. I wear my slippers. Slippers are good. Some people like wearing trainers. It's fine. Whatever you're comfortable with. It's to do with whatever one feels comfortable with. If they feel to wear Skechers or they feel they want to wear something comfortable, alhamdulillah. Whatever they're comfortable with. Because the best way to say it, after 10th, you're free. You can do whatever you want. You can wear your jubba, you can wear your dopi, everything. Everything's fine.
Yeah. There's 2 types of ihram. One is the towel one version, and one is the cloth one. Which one do you recommend?
It shouldn't be too thick.
Which one have you got? Is that towel or?
No, it is still towel, but it's a thin towel. I got it from Medina many years ago. It's not really thick. When you go to Makkah and Medina, you'll see them really thick. It's like triple of these. But you're gonna roast in that. Yeah, don't when you go to Medina, for those who haven't purchased it, tomorrow, is everyone coming to tomorrow?
Yeah.
You better come. Yeah.
Are you selling?
Huh? If we are saying them, yeah, we are. Yeah. But look at them first. See if you like them, they would be good ones anyway. And it's not right. We're not getting no profit out of it, man.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna make some profit for the guides, some charity for the guides. No, it's from us as an academy. Yeah. So look at the thing. If you like it, purchase it. And for those who don't like it, look, don't force yourself to buy it. You can buy it in Medina, especially those who are going Medina first, because they have loads of variety over there. So I bought this from Medina. And it's very thin. I don't like it too thick. But yeah.
You know, when you are you do running,
Yeah.
we only do it on the second day of running.
That's correct.
After the first 2.
First 2, that's correct. Not the 3rd one. That's good. I just didn't mention that because I didn't want to. I've already mentioned so many. 2, 3, 1, 2, Zawal. I thought Dua's not too much of a big deal. We'll do that after.
And then, you know, when we stop doing Talbiya after the first Rami, what if we do Talbiya again by accident or just
There's nothing really, but we should avoid it though. Yeah, we should avoid it because Especially if someone does it purposely, then that would be a bid'ah. That would be innovation, and that would be sinful. But if someone didn't know, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Any more questions, guys? Want to ask anything?
So you said if you want to wear slippers to do the dua for ziyarah. So when you come back after the first building to your hotel, you wait, is it like no change before you then go switch your slippers over?
Yeah, for sure. But obviously, no, switching them in the haram, not walking with them.
No.
Yeah.
From your hotel.
Which means you'll have to take a pair in your thing. But like I said, only for those who have some problems. They have something wrong with their ankles or something. I don't know, leg problem. We're young, man. Most of us look young here. MashaAllah, we'll be fine. We'll be all right. Yeah. We should walk. The buzz is walking with your barefoot, not walking with people walking with slippers and some with socks. And they wear all sorts of stuff.
Will the mataf be open for people not haram?
Yeah, from the 10th, from the 10th will be not before 10th, from the 10th until the end of the month maybe. Yeah.
So if you're doing Hajj Umrah, is there anything recommended between Umrah
Ibadat, just do ibadat no more. And do tawaf. Do tawaf. As many tawaf as you can. In a day, make a plan of 3 or 4 a day. Because you're not doing anything else. Read Quran. The least that you can do is sit in front. Because remember, because you're going even Hajj time, you won't get to go near the Kaaba. You know that, right? Because the only people that can go in the mataf is those who have ihram on. So try to wear ihram, go for tawaf, go for umrah, sorry. Do as much as you can, inshallah. Quran and basically just it's ibadat, worship as much as you can.
Do you know, in Mina, they were doing the Jamaat, the few Jamaat, can you come back to Makkah during the day and then come back to Mina at night? Just recommend staying in Mina.
You can, but it's a long way. That walk from Jamara to Makkah is at least an hour and a half if you're a fast walk. And the roads are closed pretty much, so
It's a long
hard to
walk.
get taxi.
But when have you been Umrah?
Yeah.
Have you been in June though? Have you ever been Umrah in June? In Hajj?
2 years ago, I've been
When you feel like heat, everything will change. And no, honestly, that heat, I always explain to people this heat isn't like enjoyable heat. Not saying disrespectful. We should never say things wrong and disrespectful. It's just a point about even the streets. Don't ever say don't utter anything disrespectful about Makkah, Medina. The streets are this. Don't say that. Disrespectful. Allah will keep us away from Makkah, Medina. I'm making a point. So over here you enjoy the heat. Over there, I always explain and describe it as dangerous heat. It's no joke. You can die from that. It's serious heat. People, I've seen it. I've seen people in front of me collapsing and all sorts. Wallahi, I'm in the house of Allah. What I've seen is scary. People coming in our tent with a wheelchair. I'm not scaring you guys. That's to stay hydrated, especially women. I think women have this in their minds. At times, I've heard this from women a lot. They're scared of going to the toilet and whatnot. They shouldn't. They should be drinking. Everyone should stay hydrated. That's the main thing. Staying hydrated. So these people, they will collapse. They'll get sick. They'll get ill. Yeah. So. But yeah, that when you go there, I think that sawal will change automatically. But when you feel that heat, you think, bro, you'll want to do the least walking as possible. Believe me.
So basically, we're just gonna stay for those 3.
Yeah, that's what we always do. No one goes to Makkah. There's no need to go to Makkah because the sunnah is to stay in Mina anyway. The sunnah is not to do tawaf. No. The sunnah is to stay in Mina. Because there's only 5 days of Hajj. After that, you can do as many tawaf as you want. Do 1,000 tawafs. That day is to stay in Mina. And that's the sunnah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the first Umrah when we get to Makkah. Are we gonna do it as a group or can you do it by yourself?
Umrah. Yeah, you can do it. Or the first time.
Yeah,
you can do it on your own. I've already mentioned that.
Okay.
Or if you just came a few minutes later. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it on your own.
Okay. And another one is, in Arafat, the khutbah that's happening in the masjid. When we go there, we're not allowed.
I've mentioned that as well. It's your choice. Meaning we advise that you don't.
Okay.
It's a long walk. You'll get lost. There's a long walk. All the tents look the same. There's no sign there that say this is Fly Express. Once you get in the camp, you realize. So it's advised not to go there. It's a long walk. If it was like a short 5-10 minute walk, we'll go there. We'll all go as a group. But it's a long walk. It could be up to 45, 1 hour, we don't know. It's a long walk in the burning hot 50 degrees. It's peak time. That's gonna be peak time, 12 o'clock. How are you gonna go in that heat? So it's advised not to go. It's more rewarding. It's more rewarding that you make dua. It's more rewarding that you make dua in the tent, in the outside area, because it's all Arafah. It's all Arafah. But like I said, your self-preference, wherever you want to go.
We've got one question online. They're asking if you can explain Tawaf al-Qudum.
So Tawaf al-Qudum basically is the tawaf that you will do, before Sa'i. The Sa'i of what? Of Hajj. You know, there's a Sa'i in Umrah and there's a Sa'i in Hajj. The Sa'i of Hajj has to be preceded by an Umrah, as a tawaf, a Nafal tawaf. You have to do a Nafal tawaf or a Farad tawaf. You can do both, obviously, yeah? Because if you're doing it after tawaf is ziyarah on the third day, then you've done tawaf already. Tawaf is ziyarah, after that you go and do your wajib, Sa'i. But let's just say someone wants to do it before, the Tawaf al-Qudum will be the Tawaf before the Sa'i. That's what Tawaf al-Qudum is basically. Do you get that? If someone done Sa'i on the third day, when you're pelting the shaitan for that one shaitan, it will be cool. It's considered behind the scenes as Tawaf al-Qudum. But that Tawaf you're doing is essentially Tawaf al-Ziyarah. It's a Farad Tawaf. After Tawaf, you have to go to do a Sa'i. But let's just say someone done it in advance. He wants to do it in advance, he still has to do Tawaf. Are you guys with me? You know that, you understand that part, yeah? That Tawaf is called Tawaf al-Qudum. Are you sure you get that? I will have to say one more time.
No, you know.
No, but everyone understand that first. The Tawaf that you will do before Sa'i, is called Tawaf al-Qudum. Unless you're doing it on the third day. And on the third day, what are you going to do? Tawaf Ziyarah. So that's not Tawaf al-Qudum. That would be Tawaf Ziyarah.
So when you're doing Tawaf Ziyarah, you know your intention. You don't need to intend for Tawaf.
No.
You just have to intend for a Tawaf, as long as you're doing a Tawaf. Because Tawaf you have to do a Tawaf and then Sa'i. So you can't just go and do a Sa'i.
So you're on the Tawaf, then you do the Sa'i, but you don't shave your head, and then you stay in Ihram.
In Kiran, yeah.
Yeah, and then you go to Mina basically.
Yeah.
And then you said after on the 10th you come back to Makkah, you wait in your hotel and until the Qurban is done before you shave your head. Is that right?
Yes, right.
So then you shave your head after.
Yeah. The shaving the head will be done when we tell you.
Yeah. And then you go and you show up.
Yeah.
So you go back to your hotel, you wait at your hotel, and then you get instructions after the Qurban is done. You shave your head, and then you go back and perform the Tawaf Ziyarah.
Correct.
And then the Sa'i.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember the Tawaf, you can only shave your head when the Qurbani is done. Until your Qurbani is not done, you can't shave your head. You'll have to give them. Yeah. You can, but it's not Sunnah. You can. So this will be something like, for example, when someone is doing someone's staying in Azizia. In fact, we done that last year. So it's not like you're going against the Sunnah. Sometimes it depends on where you're staying. That we didn't have a choice. We were in Azizia. So last year and the year before, we done it before doing the thing. The tartib, you know the tartib? Have you heard? You know, Hanafi school of thought, there's a sequence of things that you have to do in order. It's wajib. That's not one of them. Yeah, the tawaf is ziyarah and the shaving is not one of them. The order is jamarat, pelting. That's the first thing. You can't do anything before that. After pelting will be qurbani. After qurbani is halaq. Everything else can be mixed up. Are you guys with me? If you don't ring me, I tell you, which I'm not pick up the phone. One is pelting, then qurbani, and then halaq, shaving. Everything else can be mixed up. Yeah.
No, for the Qurbani. So is it sunnah with the guy In the group chat, there was a link that said, wait for
That was on the elevate, right? Yeah, no, so we can arrange it for you. You can do it, obviously, you can arrange it with whoever you want. But for ease, I'd recommend just stick with this. Give the money to the guy over there. And then yeah. So which group are you?
anyone there.
19. Okay. Yeah. So when we're in Medina, probably we could do the collection. And then yeah, once everyone's sort of done their pelting, we will let the Qurbani people know that get started with Qurbani, and then once it's all done, we'll let you know, and then you can share it.
On the 10th after you've done the Dawah Ziyarah on site.
Talha's very concerned about 10th. He's good. He's going back. I'm messing around.
After then you can go back to the hotel and sleep.
Yeah.
You're basically out of the ground then.
I've been knowing Talha for a very long time, so I'm laughing at that.
So you go back to your hotel and you're basically out of your ground, obviously apart from marriage relations.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, then you relax and then before sunset you go back to Mina.
Not before. No, not before.
After sunset.
It'll be after sunset, and even that, it's not 100%. That's what I'm telling you. We're hoping that we go on that night. If not, we'll go the next morning.
All right.
We'll go around. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good you ask him. But it could be. We hope it's that night.
Yeah.
If not, 100% the next morning. 100%. Yeah.
Can we make our own way back to Mina on that time?
Yeah.
Just don't get lost. Remember, 10's the same. Any other questions?
You know how you said the coaches are from Mina to Muzdalifah?
Yeah.
It's delayed sometimes, like you said last time, we came up at 3:30 in the morning to get from guys playing Muzdalifah. So what we going to do? Just continue like normal, even though we just out on stage during the night.
Yeah, we just have to wait. We have to wait for the coach. When the coach arrives, we sit on the coach and we make our way to Muzdalifah. As long as we get there for Subh Sadiq, that's when the wujub starts, and we'll 100% get there.
What's the Sadiq?
Subh Sadiq is when Fajr begins, basically.
When Fajr-
When Fajr begins. When you stop eating in Ramadan.
Oh,
Remember that? Subh Sadiq. Sorry? Yeah, cash, yeah.
There's plenty of cash points over there. If you've got a fee-free card like Starling, Chase, Revolut, yeah, Halifax Clarity, I think, yeah, you can withdraw cash over there. No, it's free. With certain cards, with the card. That's pretty free, right? But you get if you're withdrawing at an ATM, obviously you'll get the bank rate. Whereas if you're taking cash from here, then the rate's not there. It's always good to take some cash from here as well. So we mentioned in the web thing that tomorrow. But if everyone takes maybe £500 from here,
Is it 800? Is that just flat?
Don't point the pin like that.
This one. Not 800 is yeah. But as in through the provider that we use, yeah. There are other providers like the one that the brother mentioned that online ID. I'm not sure how much it is on. But,
£65.
okay, and it's about the same amount. Yeah, so it's roughly the same.
They work there.
Oh, as in if you're doing it with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, 800 is fixed. Yeah.
I would advise do it with us. Believe me. If you do it with them, we don't know what's going to happen. There's no guarantee. So apparently there's the system is ajib. You might get a message, you might not. You might be delayed. Our one is very simple. You always get the results by 12, 1, 2, latest. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, it's done.
Last year we had those who booked it through Nusuk. Some of them were in the haram for an extra day.
Whoa, yeah.
Because they never got the notifications to say that. Yeah.
That's what we're saying, yeah.
One question.
Yeah.
So when we were with you in
on the 10th when we go back to Makkah and we'll wait for you guys to tell us Qurban is done. If we're separate from you guys, we receive a text.
You're on the group.
On the group.
Yeah, we're on the group.
Everyone being in that WhatsApp group is very important. Having notifications on, because there's a lot of communication. What time to be ready? What time to do this? Everything will get yeah,
So
yeah. So
everyone be 13.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. So we'll only notify you once the whole group is done.
On the 10th again. Just this 10th. Qurbani, shake your head. Both?
Come on.
No, but then will you be allowed in the top?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
So for that
From
one,
10th of Dhul Hijjah all the way to the end of the month.
so we'll be allowed in.
Yeah.
I thought you said that you would.
No, that's before 10th. Before the 10th, so 7th, so we're going on the 8th, right? All the way before until now. You're only allowed to wear the ihram. From the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, for the next 20 days minimum, it's quite cool actually. Because even if you want to do a nafal tawaf, we can go inside.
So then both as your saying, you don't have to shave everything.
No.
We're out.
No.
So on the 10th, we're partially out and fully out.
No, we're out. Yes. Yeah. But basically, it's just that we have to finish. Yeah, we are fully out. If we haven't done tawaf ziyarah, only if we haven't tawaf ziyarah. Yeah.
It's going to happen after the last year.
That's the same, like, that's going to be the 10th as well.
It's 10th, yeah.
So on that same day, we're going to be fully out.
Yeah.
If we've done the calendar.
Yeah, yeah.
So the next 2 days, we're going to wear out as well.
Okay.
Someone's asked online, when doing the Hajj Quran, is it mandatory to do tawaf?
Yes. Yeah. No. One brother, one second. No, tawaf. That question is not really related to just Quran. That is related to Quran and tamattu. The question is do we have to do tawaf before the sa'i? Yes, you do. So if you're doing tamattu or Quran, you do tawaf, you do sa'i. That's for Umrah. Now you want to do the sa'i for Hajj. You will have to do tawaf qudum. You have to do that one tawaf, and then you do sa'i. So that's irrespective of whether it's Quran or tamattu. Only thing you have to remember, brothers and sisters, all you have to remember is if you want to do sa'i of Hajj in advance, that has to be preceded by a tawaf. Khatam, khalas. You have to do a tawaf. That's nafal. That will be a nafal tawaf. That will be a nafal tawaf. That will not be the farad tawaf of Umrah. It could be the farad tawaf of Hajj, which is tawaf ziyarah, but it can't be the tawaf of Umrah. Not allowed.
Can you do the one without doing the
Yes, you can. Yeah. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. With the intention, right? With the intention. Yeah, keep it.
Is Tawafi without the final one? Is that going to be your last tawaf?
Last tawaf. No. That's another thing. Tawaf wida does not mean your final one. It could be, but it doesn't mean like that's the ruling. The ruling isn't that's the last tawaf and thing. That's like a traditional thing. People made that a tradition, like because even the al-wida, like it's
you don't wait
a Bollywood thing. They've made it's like as if it's like the last. No. It's just a name is made. Tawaf wida is wajib. You have to do it. It doesn't have to be your last one. If you do it up many of my years, I've done tawaf wida. I've done many tawafs after.
Oh.
Many tawafs. It's just that is the tawaf of Hajj, which is wajib, tawaf wida. You can do nafal tawaf after that.
Is it sunnah to do the extra day of the voting?
Yeah, it's sunnah. Yeah. Big sunnah. If you can, if you can't, it's still okay. Anything else before we finish now? No, my battery is finished now. It's finished. Yeah. Any questions? Let me know, inshallah. Brothers, who does follow anyway? Because you won't believe it's good that we got these booklets. I actually posted to the masjid and I didn't order them. Does anyone who follows on Tuesdays? Be honest. I won't get upset, don't worry. Muhammad, give this up. Give this up. Brothers, take this inshallah. I know you printed one, but they're giving us, you might take one. It's the booklet.
Muhammad.
What's the name? Rahman, you print it? You got printed? Take it.
We're done now, Malana, right?
We're done. You can stop that. Jazakumullah khair, those who are watching online. Make dua for me, make dua for everyone. I'll see you soon, hopefully on Tuesday, whenever. Subhanallah bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka.